Hello, everyone. Welcome to another 1, 2, 3 Wrestling here on SRBTV. I am, of course, Kristen.
And I'm Nick Slade.
And I am Mo Brothers.
So, as you saw last week, we had some technical issues. Hopefully, we have those issues resolved. I have made sure everything's updated, running smoothly, but it's time for a second week of WWE pay-per-view goodness with Payback 2020. So this was a mixed week for Raw and SmackDown, but I thought SmackDown did better. But anyways, let's get right to it because I probably want to eat before this thing started. So first off is the kickoff show match that was announced I believe yesterday, the day before. No, it was yesterday, which is the Riott Squad taking on the IIconics in the pre-show. So of course. The Liv and Ruby have been off again, on again, trying to work things out, getting stuff together. It seems they have, and now are taking on the IIconics, who have been a thorn in their side the last month or so. I'm gonna say Riott Squad, but I have a feeling it's gonna be some like close call shenanigans that cost them. But I'll go from Riott Squad. Anybody else can go next.
God. I'm glad the Riot Squad are back together, and I actually really like the Kevin Owens show segment that got them back together because it made sense. They didn't just slap them back together and like they kept the continuity of what was going on with them.
Yeah.
So I'm just ready for this feud to be over because they've been just doing the same back and forth on Raw. So I'm going with the Riot Squad.
Okay.
Well, for a change of pace from you guys, I am going with the IIconics because you may be ready for this feud to be over, but I don't think that WWE thinks you're ready for this feud to be over.
Touche. So who did you pick?
The IIconics. The IIconics.
The IIconics. Thank you. I forgot I have to say it like that. The IIconics. Next up, this match was announced. Match was announced on Talking Smack after SmackDown Friday. Big E versus Sheamus. Of course, Big E is in the middle of his singles push. Sheamus is in the middle of making everybody annoyed by him. So this stems from the fact that it's like with the Miz, Sheamus doesn't really see Big E as like a leader figure or like a single star. So like had some beef definitely in their match on Friday in the 6-man tag. And yeah, that beef's continuing here. So I'm going to choose Big E. I think Sheamus can take a loss. I feel like the story right now is giving Big E that push he needs, pretty much.
Yeah, I agree. I think Big E's going to win. Interesting to see where they're going with Big E right now. I think it would depend on the outcome of our main event tonight. But yeah, I'm enjoying the Big E as a singles competitor. But one thing that even the heels have noted that he keeps coming out, he keeps doing the New Day entrance to the New Day music, and he needs to start like pushing himself as a singles competitor.
Yeah, that's one thing I agree with. Some people are saying is that like he kind of sort of needs his own entrance.
It's like when Kofi
not saying
was
his own, not his own music per se, but his like own entrance and stuff. But who knows? Mo, who do you think's winning this one?
I think I agree with you guys. I think it's going to be Big E, but on top of that, I think he's going to rename his move to the Big Payback so that they have a reason to, reference it even more. So it's just like, oh my God, instead of the big ending, it's the Big Payback, even though there's probably hasn't been enough build up to where it would just be like, this is to take out Sheamus. That's why I called it the Big Payback.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, more of my crazy theories will be going on as we get into this.
Next up is Rey and Dominik Mysterio taking on Seth Rollins and Murphy. Now, I would say this is the end of their feud. For some reason, they've already announced that Rey Mysterio is taking on Seth Rollins next Monday on Raw.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah, I know, it's weird. So anyways, what else do I need to say for this? Let's see. blah, 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 eye for an eye, blah, 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 kendo stick beatdown, blah, blah, blah. Dominik's first match at SummerSlam was actually surprisingly pretty good. Blah, blah, blah. They tried to have this match on Raw, then Retribution interfered, and then Retribution beat down both Ray and Dominik as Murphy and Rollins looked on.
And Retribution doubled in size over 1 week.
Yes, they did. So
it's almost like it's not the same people under the mask.
Look, I don't know about you guys. I'm starting to get done with this feud. I feel like it's overstayed its welcome a bit. It's not that I'm not excited for this match, because I think it's going to be a good match, but like, I don't know, like, if how long this can go on for before, like, I'm like, you know, I like Rollins, this heel run right now, but he needs to take on somebody else currently. And like, I want to see where else you can go. Like I said, I want like that Joe rivalry. You know, I want that Samoa Joe rivalry to reignite that rivalry from before like the world caught on fire. So like, yeah, I'm gonna go with the Mysterio family on this one. Hopefully they get a W, considering that Rollins got the W at SummerSlam.
Yeah, I'm also gonna go with the Mysterios because, like you, I'm ready for this feud to be over and for both teams to move on to somebody else. They've already kind of set up that feud with Joe by Rollins confronting Joe on commentary. And so, yeah, I'm going with the Mysterios, and hopefully this one-on-one match on Raw is just going to lead to like furthering or starting the storyline of their next feuds.
Most likely with Joe. Yeah. Mo, what about you?
I think the Mysterios are gonna win. I think Mama Mysterio is gonna come out as a distraction against Murphy and Rollins, as kind of like, how dare you try to use me against my family kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And the match on Raw, that's probably just gonna lead to Night of Champions. Like, it'll be something that culminates in Night of Champions, so they can just be like, Rey Mysterio, multi-time, like, cruiserweight, WWE, all these championships, and then Seth Rollins, multi-time championship winner, and just, like, finish it that way to see who the true champion of WWE is.
Oh, it is the Clash of Champions now.
Yeah, they went back to the old WCW moniker for that. Yeah, so okay, next up. Okay. Disclaimer, I am not a fan of what they're doing with Keith Lee right now. With that being said, Randy Orton versus Keith Lee. So, this one's quick. Luckily, there's not a lot of build-up here. So, Keith Lee has not had a great last week or so. He lost WWE Championship to the NXT champ. WWE Championship hopefully one day. He lost the NXT Championship to Karrion Kross. He debuted on Raw with crappy music, crappier gear, and then proceeded to get a DQ loss against Randy Orton because of Drew McIntyre. So, this one I have had to think about ever since they announced it for last week. I've had to think about it, and listen to other people's thoughts about it. And the best way I can sum it up is that the only reason Keith Lee would win tonight is because of a distraction, either pretty much from Drew McIntyre. Like, that's the only way I can see Keith Lee winning tonight. The only way, unfortunately. I really hate saying that. I hate the fact that Keith Lee's first legit win on the main roster would be like a cheeky roll-up or some shit like that. You know, just... So I'm going to go Keith Lee against my better judgment. Honestly, Randy is on a roll right now. It's hard to deny that Randy's on a roll right now. And they're definitely continuing this rivalry between him and Drew until at least Clash of Champions. So, like, I'm going to go Keith Lee against my better judgment.
Actually, yeah, besides the music change, I don't understand. And the gear is what it is. But the fact that they debuted him against Randy Orton.
I like that. I did like that.
And he was portrayed as even with him on the mic, even with him in the ring. and he's now working to help his friend Drew McIntyre against what Orton did to him. So yeah, I think Drew's going to interfere, cost Orton the match, but that doesn't really negate the fact that Keith Lee will have a victory over Randy Orton.
Yeah.
And so, because unlike past NXT call-ups, Vince McMahon really likes Keith Lee. And I think he has big plans for him. That's why they had him drop the title so quickly and bring him up to Raw.
Yeah. We'll have to see where they go. Look, apparently, let's just talk about second Mo. Apparently, it's because of royalty. Like, apparently, the royalty they pay CFO $, or how you say the composer's name. Apparently, the royalties they sign for him are like 50-50. So if you think how much WWE makes off of like their stuff, and they're giving CFO, so that's why they're not only have they signed a new composer, but that's why they're encouraging other people who have CFO $ composed music to change them. So apparently that's the reason why. And then Keith Lee, huh?
Yeah. So this theme music he currently has is probably temporary until they come up with something better.
Yeah. We'll have to see, because you can just like get the new composer to have Keith Lee do a new version of the song. I feel like that should be it. That's it. Like new lyrics. I mean, you're a composer, you should be able to help with that. But sorry, Mo, we're getting off track. Mo, who do you think's winning this one?
Randy Orton.
You saying Orton?
I'm saying Orton, and a couple other things. First off, it's CFO Cha-ching. That's how you're supposed to.
Cha-ching. We have to do this motion. Cha-ching.
I mean, if you want to show respect.
Oh, yeah, CFO Cha-ching.
I wouldn't like if you just in terms of music. If you had someone else come in and redo a song that someone else did, then that's probably going to open you up to a lawsuit, because that's like you're not at least paying the person that you like are essentially ripping off of. Then they would have to do something completely different to avoid any trouble.
Right.
But
okay.
Anyway, Randy Orton's gonna win. I know you guys say that McMahon likes Keith Lee, but it's gonna be like, we like you, but you're not gonna be dominant right out the gate here.
Because it's Orton. Yeah, no, see, I agree with that. Like, if anything, I will not at all be surprised if Orton wins tonight. There will be no surprise on my face that Orton wins tonight. At the very least, I'm hoping, like, Orton makes Keith Lee look like a goddamn monster. Like, looks like a true threat. Like, Orton just barely ekes out a win over Lee. That's what I'm kind of hoping for, at the very least, if Lee loses. That's what I'm at least hoping for. I'm still going to try to be as optimistic as possible. So next up is our women's tag team championship match, as Bayley and Sasha Banks defend against the unlikely duo of Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. So Monday on Raw, Shayna had a match with Bayley. Shayna was going to Bayley was interfering and stuff. Sasha was going to interfere and stuff. And then Nia was watching there, like, they started fighting. Nia and Shayna started fighting. And then Bayley and, Sasha got out of Dodge. But then both Nia and Shayna realized, wait a minute, we're more mad at them than we are at each other. So, after that, there was a really outdated reference to an very old 60s wrestler. But then they agreed to help each other out and win the women's tag team championships. I honestly can't remember the something Calhoun.
Haystacks Calhoun.
Thank you. They made a Haystacks Calhoun reference.
Major star back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day. And I know I've heard about Haystack Calhoun, man. Yeah. But yeah. So my pick, because it feels like this has to be the time, right? They lose the women's tag team championships. I mean, I know they're probably setting Shayna up to take on Asuka perhaps it's Clash. Who knows? Or not. This is where I'm conflicted because, like, I feel like Payback should be the time they lose the Women's Tag Team Championships. On the other hand, though, I'm split on whether or not it should be losing them to Nia and Shayna, a tag team that was just created last Monday. Oh,
it's not like you have already established teams on your roster.
That's a story for another day. But God damn it. Part of my drive is that I want the Sasha Bayley rivalry to begin already. I want it to begin already. I just want it to begin already. That's what's driving me right now. I'm so conflicted. So for the good of mankind, I'm just gonna say Nia and Shayna to win the Women's Tag Team Championships. If not, at the very least, they win via disqualification. Who knows? But I'll go with team. I don't know what to call them. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'm also gonna go with Shayna and Nia. It's time for Bayley and Sasha to drop those titles. The promo on Friday really showed that the problems between Bayley and Sasha have really come to a peak, with Bayley saying some really stupid things.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Shayna and Nia are gonna win the titles, but I don't think they'll hold them long. I think they'll be transitional champions. What I think is going to happen with them, though, it'll lead to a triple threat at Clash Champions between Asuka, Shayna, and Nia.
Well, yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that. But Mo, what's your pick?
I think the champions are going to retain, as much as you may want this rivalry to start up. WWE thinks you don't want it to start up just yet.
It's a good trend.
Yeah. So I don't think it's gonna. I don't think they're gonna lose the championship. I don't think they're gonna lose to. I feel like Nia and Shayna should be known as the Samoan Spades, even though Shayna isn't Samoan. And as long as you don't look further into that name, it sounds cool, but it won't make any sense. But yeah, I feel like champions are going to retain out of this.
Okay. So in our main event, we have Universal Championship on the line as The Fiend Bray Wyatt takes on the Monster Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns in a no-holds-barred triple threat match. That is the name of the entire match. So, so we saw last Sunday on SummerSlam that, Fiend got his title back. Well, Fiend technically got the Universal title again. Everything was great. He was celebrating. In comes Roman Reigns. Rex Braun tells him, you're nothing without me. Rex Fiend tells him, you're just a freaking mask. You can't carry this title like I can. And that was it. Then comes Friday. Okay, so Nick apparently doesn't know. So,
about Postman Pierce, best character on Firefly Funhouse so far.
So here's what happened, Mo. On SmackDown, Pierce, the backstage guy, the ball backstage guy who's done everything, is
five-time NWA World Champion.
Five-time NWA champion, Postman Pierce, gets told by Vince he needs to get the signatures of Roman, Braun, and The Fiend for the match at Payback.
By the end of the night.
First, he goes to Fiend's Firefly Funhouse as Postman Pierce and gets ready to sign. Then, after some weird shit involving Drew Gulak, he does get Braun to sign. And then, because throughout the night, one of the things he's trying to do is also get Roman's signature, but to no avail. So he goes, and Vince tells him, you need to get Roman's signature. So he goes into the room, and we see Roman there. He opens the door, and they're sitting down, they're discussing things. Cut to after the main event situation, we see Roman talking about where not to sign, but he's confident that he's going to win. Because it's not a... Because here he goes, Mo. Because it's not... What is it? It's not
a prediction.
It's not a prediction. It's a spoiler. So... He signs it, but then it cuts to a wide shot, and there's Paul Heyman sitting next to him, and all Paul Heyman says is, "Believe that."
Roman Reigns is a
is a
Heyman guy.
Paul Heyman guy, apparently. So,
And they've confirmed the reports that he is a heel.
well, reports have said Vince wants to make Roman edgy in some shit. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So with that being said, and considering everything you know right now, both of you know right now, who do you think is going to win tonight? Because let's be honest, it's probably not going to be Braun. But who do you think is going to win tonight?
Okay. I want The Fiend to retain because he deserves more than 1 week as champion. But I think Roman's going to take the title back because they want to push him as a top heel on SmackDown.
Okay. So you're going with Roman. Mo, after what we just told you, who do you say?
Well, I'm going to base this off of, entrances, since I have no barometer onto how most of this stuff is going to work out. So I'm going to say it's going to be Roman because he's going to come out with a little inspiration from Paul Heyman. And then Brock Lesnar comes in. And then they're just like, oh, my God, now Brock Lesnar's in again. And then chaos ensues. And now it's Roman and Brock as a team. Again, my theories will become stranger as time goes on.
I'm going to say Roman as well. I hate this because, like, there was one point of, like, earlier this year where I'm like, the Fiend's doing great. You know, Fiend's amazing. There's no stopping him. And then the Goldberg thing happened. And then I'm like, okay, that's fine. No, don't worry about it. Then Goldberg loses to Braun. Then we get this weird rivalry over the months between Braun and Bray. And now here we are. And
so it's been great.
Yeah. So it sucks. I am still choosing Roman, but I just feel bad, man. Bray came out with this great character, and it feels like they're being underutilized. You know, right now they're being underutilized. I mean, they're still great, but it feels like it just sucks, you know? I know Bray doesn't really need the Universal title, but knowing full well after Roman return what my answer is going to be for tonight, yeah.
Yeah, they probably see him as like the Undertaker back in the day where Taker, they would never feel like he needed the title to be a top guy. But there is one wild card that we need to think about, and that's Alexa Bliss. Because this past Friday on SmackDown, she had her hair in a Harley Quinn style hairstyle she hadn't done in a while, and she had braided one of her hair similar to Bray Wyatt. And Nikki Cross tried to call her on that, and Alexa Bliss lost it and took the mug that she gave as a gift to Nikki Cross and threw it on the ground.
And she
threw it on the ground. Yes.
Yeah, we're going same joke.
Yes. So I think they're hinting that Alexa Bliss is going to become the Harley Quinn to the Fiend's Joker.
Ooh, that's an abusive relationship. Okay. Okay. So Mo, who you agree? We all agree. Roman.
Yeah.
But I want to now. If Roman's going to win, I feel like this next one's probably going to be Big E. I feel like Otis is going to cash in soon. Otis is going to attempt to cash in.
Well, I think the reason I want the Fiend to win is because they've been kind of talking about doing a feud between the Fiend and Otis, and I would rather that be for the Universal title.
Right. Well, we'll have to wait and see. Like, there's still time for, like, the Big E rivalry to happen, the Otis thing. There's still time in the next few months, so, like, I'm not really all that worried about it. Just curious. So that is it for our pre-show. We're going to jump into their pre-show match after this pre-show. A lot of pre-show stuff happening, pre-show. So enjoy our reactions, and we'll see you in post. Yeah, here we go.
Amway Center, Tom Phillips alongside Byron Saxon and Samoa Joe. Joe, what is the magnitude of this night here at Payback?
You know, I think the night's aptly named and being called Payback. We're coming fresh off of SummerSlam.
Oh wait, I just noticed that they changed the name of. Remember the description that said retribution.
A conclusion.
They changed it in the description.
Where it's going to happen. I mean, there's a lot of scores that are going to be settled, and they're going to be settled
changed it
in that ring.
It doesn't say that anymore. Now it just says a panel of extras previews.
Payback kickoff show.
It doesn't say retribution anymore.
That was probably meant for the main show.
Who knows?
And we didn't really predict what match, if any, Retribution will interfere in. You know, probably if our theory is that Roman Reigns is the head of Retribution, could debut in that match. Kids no holds barred.
This is an opportunity as a long time coming for both Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan, who's inside the ring. Two friends who at one point the relationship was completely fractured because of the doings of Ruby Riott.
Yeah, when Sarah Logan
to amended fences,
was done with her pregnancy, they should bring her back.
Who?
Sarah Logan.
Oh yeah. Maybe, we'll see.
Yeah, a lot of people were surprised she got let go because she was well liked backstage.
The Australian duo that has made life hell.
The Riott squad versus the IIconics. The Riott squad.
Aww, how adorable! How long do you think that'll last? It's not gonna last. Liv, we have tried to warn you about Ruby's
apparently,
intentions.
Peyton
about
Royce,
who Ruby really
somebody of Instagram wants to
is.
make it to a single
and you're
star.
gonna find out tonight when we expose you for the fraud team you are. And that will make this payback iconic.
Ooh, snappy.
It just never ends with the IIconics continually trying to drive a wedge between their newly reunited.
It should never end, Byron. You got to understand that we're out there going to battle. You want to get your opponent's head, and you want to make sure that they understand that you are the dominant force in that ring.
So here we go. This is
no, they show me doing thumbs down. I just do this.
Start things off for her team.
Look, I think the IIconics feel a little threatened right now because they know if Ruby Riott
the Riott Squad's gear
are on the same page, it means
I do too.
For the Riott Squad, if you will, in the women's division.
Liv Morgan legal. Oh man, and Riott sent into the knees of Morgan by Kay.
That didn't work.
Trying to capitalize, and they kick out. And Joe, there's plenty of questions
damn,
as we get closer and closer.
Yeah, no matter who wins the women's tag team titles tonight, I'd like to see the Riott Squad be the next champions.
Most likely.
Riott and Liv Morgan are completely unified. Are they friends again?
The biggest question.
They need to start making more teams. Actually, make a real division out of this.
And when you look at the IIconics, you look at that. Is that a cohesive team?
There's tons of women who aren't doing anything.
Did you see the little apprehension there when that tag was made in unexpected?
I guess Natalia and Lana are technically a team.
Define team.
Let's not forget how
it's more like Lana's her manager.
Yeah.
A little apprehension there from Ruby Riott.
I give credit to the matching outfits though.
Met at the WWE Performance Center. Oh, Morgan and Riott. They didn't quite like each other at first, but eventually after a conversation realized they had a lot in common. Oh, and Royce
playing the mind games.
That was weird. Why didn't Ruby make the tag?
Whoa!
Oh!
Shades of K from Billy Kay.
Well, to your point, Joe, well laid out plan by Billy Kay and Peyton Royce.
It's always nice when a plan comes together, and that's what the IIconics do. They create plans.
Cover by Kay, kick out by Riott.
They create traps, and then they execute.
Watch this trap. Boom! Right to the face.
Can't forget.
Shades of K.
And to the credit of Billy Kay and Peyton Royce, look, we know their history. It goes back to.
I'm not grabbing it. It's over there. I'm not getting up. This green screen took me forever to get up on my own. I'm not moving.
WWE signed their WWE contracts at the same time 5 years ago.
Yeah, everyone wants to nickname their belts on screen. This is Lady Liberty right here.
Lives have been spent side by side.
And side by side, them against the world, against naysayers like you, Byron. That's why they're such
an
a
interesting
complete
move.
and total unit.
Not a naysayer. I just don't like how they go about their business sometimes.
That was Peyton Royce. Will have it away. Now Riott nearly put away the
background
matchup.
does not like
Trying
the
to get to
spell.
the corner. Oh, line, taken down by Royce. Scrambles into the cover.
Background knows you're not a true champion.
Oh, they know I'm the real United States champion.
Shoulder surgery. That Ruby Riott was away from action here in WWE for nearly a year, came back, saw the success that Liv Morgan was having, getting a spotlight opportunity on Monday Night Raw. It made Ruby Riott jealous. Riott thought that everyone in WWE and the WWE Universe had forgotten about Ruby.
And Ruby showed us that she's human. She made a mistake in judgment when it came to Liv Morgan. She got a little jealous, and now, look, this friendship is on the come-up between Morgan and Riott.
Listen, if Ruby Riott was worried about being forgotten, then she should thank her lucky stars that the IIconics came along and actually lended some credence to a reason for her to be around.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's what it is.
A lot of the IIconics pursuits have been to try and establish themselves a little bit more firmly.
My only criticism so far of the crowd noises on SmackDown and Raw, especially Raw, is that they're louder than they need to be. It's like when Randy was talking in his promo, Nick, it got really loud. It's like, dude, turn down the canned crowd already. Jeez.
They're probably trying to be like, how loud would the crowd actually be in this situation?
And Shayna Baszler.
I think, like, right now, it's fine.
By Billy Kay to
it's about what I can expect.
Honestly, a lot of times I feel like it's not loud enough.
Yeah. Kay trying to talk trash. So I believe Kay has her foot on the hand of Riott.
They're doing more than talking trash. I mean, they're out there. They got their swag on right now, Tom, and they should. I mean, Billy Kay, it's not said enough. She's a bruiser out there. She goes out there and punishes opponents, and that's what she's doing right here in the Riott squad. I mean, they've seen better days as far as, prospects of winning this match.
You are really enjoying this, Joe.
Oh, wait a minute, Royce. Oh, trying to prevent Riott. Riott trying to get to the corner to tag Morgan, and shut down by Royce. Now into the cover, hook to the leg, kick out by Riott.
You can feel the growing frustration from Liv Morgan, who is unable to make the tag to Ruby Riott.
Well, if Ruby Riott's proved to be anything, it is doing.
I swear they should get the guy. They should get the guy with the green shirt and the that has the smiley face on it. Just be in the front row, on the front screen. Just get him to show up. Like if he shows up, just put him right there, so it'll feel truly authentic pay-per-view experience. Sitting next to the guy who likes to go to all these WWE pay-per-view events with his mom.
But in fact, these two are great friends and still can be a great team.
Where about the sign guy?
All the growing pains that come with trying to.
Or the guy who has the white tuxedo suit that has all the logos on it.
But can Riott make a tag? Slowly.
Whoa, watch out.
Billy Kay trying to prevent Liv Morgan from being a tag option. And Royce took away the option of Morgan. Riott's got no one to tag.
Oh, fuck you.
What's this?
Billy Kay's trying to convince Morgan that Riott struck Morgan. Oh, spin kick.
No, she didn't. Oh my god.
Ludicrous from the IIconics.
You know what sucks? This is a world that has replays too.
Desperation, Joe.
Come on, no.
Oh, and Riott.
Why would Liv Morgan believe them?
They are heels. They are heels.
Heels lie. Why would Ruby hit? Think logically, Liv. Why would Ruby hit you in the middle of the match?
Yeah. Just trying to reach. Oh, come on. Quit it already with this confliction.
Liv Morgan is actually conflicted.
Well, I hope you guys like the Riott squad for however long they were back together.
Step up and Seguria now a chance to make a tag for Riott.
What chance, Tom? This tag should be made by him.
Wait a minute, Morgan.
Yeah! Friendship.
Trusting Ruby.
Better judgment kicking in from Liv Morgan, who can now make the IIconics pay for it.
Oh, Liv Morgan is fired up.
Imagine what it took for Liv Morgan to get over that mental hurdle, to trust Ruby Riott, and now going off on the IIconics.
Liv Morgan understood the urgency of the moment. Get back into this match and make it count.
Oh, back elbow to Royce. Two legal superstars.
Yeah, imagine all the people having.
Lost her footing on the way down, but
she made the adjustment, though. She made the adjustment.
Absolutely right. Royce went to the canvas, and now Morgan trying to continue with this momentum.
Ooh.
Liv Morgan with a chance to win this match for her.
Oh my! Double stop. Looks like shoulder went hard into the canvas for Peyton Royce. There's the cover. Hook to both legs and a kick out. Watch this. Boom, the double stop, and immediately Peyton Royce grabbing at her left shoulder.
Peyton Royce is in a bad way right now, extremely vulnerable.
And now Ruby Riott has made her way back up to the apron, and a tag made by Morgan.
Keep it in the eye of the Riott Squad. This is a great opportunity.
Oh, and looking for their double team that they used to take out Billy Kay recently on Raw.
For a split second, Nick, I thought the guy in the glasses, the green hat, was Renee for a sec.
Legal. Double team on the horizon from the IIconics.
2-on-1 opportunity, trying to set up for the deja vu, and they've got it. Billy Kay into the cover on Riott. Oh, no, Morgan.
Nice save.
Liv Morgan saved her friend and partner, Ruby Riott.
Oh, look at this.
Dragging her to the corner.
Wow, so how about
Smart.
that for teamwork?
Oh, that's
It's
what
kind
you
of
really
more
want to
tag teams do that.
Morgan and Royce, here we go. Royce looking for the tag. Here comes Billy Kay. And now Liv Morgan in trouble.
The IIconics may have stunted that momentum.
And Morgan may succumb to the same fate.
Oh, go for the deja vu. Morgan, sending Kay into Royce. Oblivion! Peyton Royce sent to Oblivion. Oh, now Billy Kay, legal, shoulders down, kick out.
Close call there, out.
That looks like an awkward
Billy Kay, and
move.
another tag made
It does.
by Ruby Riott.
It's supposed to be her finisher.
Oh, the double knees and the Riott kick. Cover. The IIconics taken out by the Riott Squad.
Here are your winners, the Riott Squad.
Overall, you know,
This is a huge
actually a good
win,
opener.
huge win
Better than the
for Ruby
SummerSlam
Riott
opener.
and
I mean,
Liv
kickoff
Morgan.
show
Faced
match.
adversity, they got over their hump.
There was actual bit of story elements there as well. So, like,
Tom, this was
awesome.
an unexpected result.
Yeah, solid pre-show
Before
match.
but
Solid
this
pre-show
is a
match.
huge win for the Riott Squad.
Friendship overcomes.
Great victory for Ruby Riott.
Riott
and
Squad
Liv Morgan
wins.
against the
Friendship.
IIconics.
Friendship.
Now, where are Morgan and Riott getting off too well? I understand we're going to find out next here on the Payback Kickoff Show.
Oh, they're gonna reveal what the opening match is. Cool.
Yep.
What was funny is for a while they forgot to do with the NXT UK opening, and he was still showing up.
The time has come.
Strowman, the Fiend for the Universal title.
These two behemoths looking to destroy one another. Oh my lord, this is madness.
We have a new Universal Champion. The Fiend is champion again.
My lord.
So if the Fiend can hold the belt for at least a month, I'd be fine. At least a month, not a week. That's just insulting.
You know the hell that is? God, it's Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is back.
That man is jacked.
Roman Reigns with an
Yeah.
We never saw this coming.
So where does Braun go after this match?
Go try to get Alexa's soul back? I don't know.
With respect to my friend Drew McIntyre, I'd step up.
Retaliation on the mind for Keith Lee.
You know what's funny? He was shaved on Monday, but then all the graphics they used for him have him with his full beard.
The Mysterio family seeking
It's like,
against
make up your
Rollins
mind.
and Corbin. There
With
are gonna
beard,
be
without
no
beard.
rules because it's triple threat, no holds barred.
In the middle of the ring, I've arrived. Fire in my veins, you can see it in my eyes. Hands to the ceiling, throw them in the sky. Why, yes, why, it's a knife.
I love how they add no holds barred to it. It's like, just in case you forgot, triple threat is technically no disqualification. We're gonna say no disqualification a different way on this title.
This is your warning, I'm only attacking.
Would it be weird if Lesnar helps Reigns get the title?
Mo mentioned that earlier.
Yeah, I'm starting to remember. I'm starting to really consider that. That could actually happen.
Well, they haven't been using Lesnar because they were in the Performance Center, but now they're in the Thunderdome. It may be worth paying Brock for those appearances. But that would mean that Brock's on SmackDown when they had to come up with some convoluted reason why he was on the moving to Raw.
Tonight, members of the WWE Universe are watching live as we come to you from the captivating, interactive fan viewing experience known as the state-of-the-art WWE.
Stop doing zoom-ins on these screens.
I know, right?
Nick, you're gonna have to learn to love that, because it's gonna be happening a lot more often.
Well, then they need to make better screens.
Okay, cool. Championship match.
Thunderdome. Well, I was thinking like before when they were in a performance center how they were going to do Hell in a Cell. Now they're in the Amway Center, they can do Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping they wouldn't because I wanted to see. I don't know if they would get trademark back for it, but I'd love to see Halloween Havoc. There is a takeover in October. They've announced that, so that'd be cool if it was called NXT Takeover Halloween Havoc.
Is that pretty much what everything's just going to be relegated to? They're just going to use NXT and then call like things that would be pay-per-views or events, just use old WCW and WWF pay-per-view names?
Well, they've already done it with War Games and Great American Bash.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in your house. So...
Well, it's being run by Triple H and Shawn Michaels, and they recognize that nostalgia sells.
The Hurt business, as you know, is in the business of hurt, but tonight we're running a little special.
The only WCW pay-per-view or special names they brought back in the main roster was Great American Bash and Clash of Champions.
Last week in SummerSlam. That night you got lucky.
Well,
this night
all I know is that it's nice to see that Hurt Business and Cruz and all of them are actually on the main pay-per-view this time. And it's actually going to be a match.
The Hurt Business means exactly that. It's all business tonight.
Bobby Lashley looking to capture his second United States Championship. Can the Hurt Business finally take out Apollo Crews?
And his opponent, from Stone Mountain, Georgia, weighing in at 240 pounds, he is the United States Champion.
Now let's see if they fix that title graphic for the match. Or if it's the old title still.
The Hurt Business does have quite the advantage here, not only because Shelton Benjamin and MVP are here ringside to help out Bobby Lashley, but Joe, also the fact that Lashley was the one who caused the bulging disc in the neck of Apollo Crews months ago.
You know, when it comes to the Hurt Business, there is one man who has consistently been an issue for Apollo Crews, and there's no doubt about it. That man is Bobby Lashley.
At least they kind of explained why they changed Apollo Crews' name, with this whole CFO cha-ching thing happening. That explains why they changed it.
Kind of makes you wonder, like, how many other theme songs will be changed over.
There's quite a few that were actually done by CFO cha-ching, so.
You see this? You see Bobby Lashley circling the ring, trying to intimidate, trying to get into the head of the United States champion Apollo Crews.
As well he should. He needs
still the old belt. What the fuck, man? Still the old belt design for the graphic. Are you fucking kidding me?
Old Lady Liberty.
Not yours, but that's just stupid, man.
It just shows my claim of being a true United States champion is valid.
Did they waste the entire budget on the pyro for Thunderdome? I mean, shit.
United States Championship match is underway.
It shouldn't be that much of a graphic.
Defending against Bobby Lashley.
That should be a difficult to redesign either.
Jack Nicholson and Spike Lee sitting courtside for an NBA.
And it's Lashley to start things off.
It would be if they were planning Like, what if this is not going to be the permanent US Championship? The new design. What if that's just a temporary thing? And they've been telling you the whole time that the actual US title is going to be the one that they've been showing you over and over again.
And Apollo Crews, 240 pounds, but moves like a man half his size. Oh, but Bobby Lashley about 270. Joe able to drop the man he's referred to as a little man, Apollo Crews. And a drop kick by Crews.
That's the one thing we've seen from Apollo Crews.
Yeah, I'm just showing Crews and Lashley. There's pretend champions, they're pretenders.
I mean, there's no doubt Apollo Crews runs headlong into any challenge that's been put in front of him. But Bobby Lashley has put him on the shelf when he ran headlong into him the last time they met.
And the reason that Apollo Crews was out was because of the full Nelson from Bobby Lashley, which MVP has deemed the full Lashley.
Be fair, if Lashley did challenge me to a fight, I'd be like, here
you go. Bye.
Bye.
So, like, I'm done.
Crews, I at least try. Still don't think I'd win.
Frustrating. And Apollo showing what he can do, but Lashley's still up.
And this is what Apollo.
Look, if any of them are gonna do anything,
his agility game.
like I like how you guys are just like, if I was challenged to a fight with Lashley, I'll just like walk away. I would at least, you know, take a couple shots and then just be like, I just wanted to see what it would feel like, and then give it.
I'm not knowing. I don't need to know.
That's like saying yes. It's like saying yes. I like to get punched by Ivan Drago. It's not like he murdered a man with a fist once.
Well, Ivan Drago is a fictional character, so I will gladly take fictional punches from a fictional man.
Dolph Lundgren can still throw a pretty good punch on his own.
Yeah.
Did you guys know Dolph Lundgren has more, has like scientific degrees?
Yeah, I know. He's actually pretty smart.
Yeah, so he has more of a claim to being a scientist than Bill Nye.
Lashley is capable of. Dropped across the top rope. What does that feel like for Crews?
That was like a weird outside slingshot.
Ripping away at the midsection.
Yeah, it was.
I'm glad they're doing something with Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah.
Alter the landscape of this match in favor of the Almighty.
You wouldn't think about it. He's been back in WWE for a while and they haven't done anything with him. Like he came back, they put him in tag team Chad Gable, they broke them up, and then
that's
nothing.
Why Bobby Lashley is about to throw. Oh, wait a minute.
Lashley using as much of the environment as he can in the 10-second time frame to inflict punishment.
Bam, bam, thank you, ma'am.
And this was brilliant here seconds ago. Bobby Lashley rolled back inside and reset the 10 count.
Bobby Lashley and the Hurt Business as a whole understand how much Apollo Crews got
into this. It's going to be tough for Crews to pull this out.
Really tear Apollo Crews apart if you won that United States
He's
Championship.
fighting the almighty Bobby Lashley.
We've heard Apollo say, I'm afraid of losing this title. This title has defined me. I'm afraid of going back to mediocre status. I need this championship.
To that point, Byron, I mean, when you look at this matchup right now, I mean, Apollo Crews needs desperately to do something. He needs to show some of that fire that he's describing to you.
Think about how long the Hurt Business has been.
Yeah, if Lashley wins, this will be his second United States title because he won it briefly in 2005.
Yeah, they brought that up. Well, the fact that this will be his second title win if you win. Second US title win if you win.
15-year span between U.S. title reigns.
He just shut down the airway right now. I mean, just squeezing on that diaphragm, not letting any air get into those lungs.
First of 3 title matches tonight at WWE Payback. And
no, it was 2006.
By Lashley.
Yeah, that was 2006.
Bobby Lashley
2005 was
not a lot of people can say that.
Mostly
Apollo Crews.
Chris Benoit feuding with Booker T and all them.
Following up on using the ropes earlier on.
And Bobby Lashley's onto a strategy here. I mean,
Yeah, it was 2006 when they were doing that hot potato thing with the U.S. title.
That mix section. I mean,
yeah.
He sees a weakness and he's taking advantage.
Oh, Apollo Crews able to counter for a moment, kick to the back of the neck.
Or maybe not, Tom.
A valuable opening right
Man,
now
I've
for
been
the
watching
champion.
wrestling a long time.
Lashley is still standing.
All right,
That is what is so difficult about facing Lashley. Just getting this man
while I
on
was
his
looking
feet
at
is a gargantuan
Lashley
effort.
about to suplex Cruz,
Oh, look at the effortless
I was
dominator.
thinking, is there a particular move that you would want to take from someone, and who would it be?
I'm sorry, I blanked. What?
Like, would you want to take a wrestler's signature move, like actually have them do their signature move to you, and who would it be?
I guess you could say the herpes is this match isn't over.
Yes. Cena.
MVP continuing to shout out directions.
You take an attitude adjustment?
I take an FU, yeah.
They got a little too confident.
Now Lashley's still right back in.
Oh, another kick. Now Apollo first off the middle row. Oh, the crossbody, and down goes Lashley.
But it was a crossbody, Tom, and that wasn't the wisest decision on Apollo Crews' part.
A desperation attempt there, and that has brought MVP and Benjamin up to their feet here ringside. Just again, Apollo Crews taking flight, connecting with the crossbody. But again, all the punishment that Apollo's taken in this match, it's very hard for Apollo Crews to actually capitalize.
I mean, those ribs, that liver, I mean, it took all that punishment. Oh.
Lashley's done a great job attacking the core of Apollo Crews, but look at the United States champion go. Finally, the champion able to pick up some steam.
Bringing out the hammers.
Yeah, I'd take the Oscar lock.
Apollo Crews getting fired up, and he's
Oscar?
going to need it.
Personal reasons.
Flashing down on the corner.
We go.
Personal reasons.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, I think I'd go old school and take a Stone Cold Stunner, but I feel like were I to do that, I'd end up like not flopping around like The Rock did, but just like ending up flat on my back.
And this is Apollo Crews' best
Oh, you gotta sell it really good. Like, you gotta go.
He needs to capitalize.
Well, if I was going to, if I wasn't gonna flop around like The Rock did, or how Shawn Michaels could, I would like end up flat on my back, just like kind of convulse on the ground, as if my esophagus has been shattered.
Suplex.
And the Almighty is finally down.
Oh shit! No sell.
So I got is sexy time of Asuka, esophagus destruction, and me taking a gentle like fall from Cena.
A gentle fall. See,
that was a good fucking frog splash. That was a really good frog splash.
In your situation, Chris, I feel like you would come off the worst because you take the FU and then he turns it into the SCFU while you're down on the ground. So it's like you think you're taking the FU all by itself and you're just like, I can take that.
That was not the question. You and I both know that was not the question. The question
was... Cena's finisher is the 5 moves of doom.
Yeah, I don't mind doing the 5 moves of doom thing. Yeah, it's still gonna end with the move I promise I do. Ooh, god damn, that was a beautiful choke.
You don't want to get hit with the 6th move, that special punch he was doing. That special anime punch.
He can smell it.
Was it called the Rolling Thunder Punch or something like that?
I don't remember. It was something dumb.
Ooh. There he goes.
Cole Nelson's in. Come on. Oh, what?
Called that.
Yep.
That was action. Whoa. Oh, camera guy. I was wondering, I was like, where the fuck is the camera guy going? Okay, yeah. That was actually a good match. That was not a bad opener. At least it wasn't like a squash or anything.
Cruz held the belt for a while.
And he got...
The Hurt Business got exactly what they want, and Apollo Crews, he got past Shelton Benjamin, got past
MVP bought that.
Jeez.
But the CEO of the Hurt Business, Bobby Lashley, was just too much.
Yeah, you know, the pictures are a bit much. The photo mode is a bit much.
How are they doing that live?
Oh!
They're doing Wakanda Forever.
Apollo Crews didn't appreciate the
I do Wakanda Forever
that,
too.
The odds are not in his favor.
This could be a new thing that they do. Like whenever Lashley wins, they, as extra humiliation, they get the cameraman to take pictures, and then they do that as a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, Cruz showing some aggression. Yeah, I'm getting that title back.
United States champion.
It's not over.
Huge night for the Hurt Business here at WWE Payback.
So they've been having MVP really try to get Cedric Alexander to join the Hurt Business.
By history.
You think Cedric's going to take the offer?
Maybe.
Forged by desire.
I really like his tag team with Ricochet, though.
Inspired by millions.
Yeah, I love how WWE are showing all these older tile designs that are way better than what they currently have.
Yeah, they showed on the bump. They showed the new one being released for Ric Flair, the limited edition one. It's like, well, it's like a blue strap, you know, of the blue strap version of the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, Seth Rollins shirts look like something out of Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, I like it. It's pretty nice.
Claymore. Spear. I wonder when Elias is coming back.
Probably not for what? Didn't he get like a serious injury?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Depending on how serious it is, it could also
Thunderdome at the world-class Amway Center, an unprecedented interactive live viewing experience to the WWE Universe. Lights, pyro, action. WWE brings the
When he does come back, he needs to go after Sheamus, as it was Sheamus who hit him with Jeff Hardy's rental car.
The entire world is talking about the last 20 seconds of the show on Fox this past Friday night.
It was a wild night on SmackDown for sure. Mr. McMahon was in the house and assigned WWE official Adam Pearce a very
I hope tonight's really the end of this Matt Riddle Corbin feud. It's been really bad.
All three participants in tonight's Universal title main event.
The Fiend signed.
They keep having Shorty Gable to keep getting squashed.
Could Pierce get Roman Reigns to sign?
Well, you know what? This has led to Matt Riddle's first main pay-per-view match, main roster pay-per-view match.
I will be at Payback
and along with that,
and I will
Baron's first pay-per-view match in a few months. It seems like.
Yeah.
It's not just
but the stupid thing is that Chad Gable and Matt Riddle could have a really good match, but they don't want to give them time.
That's a spoiler.
Look, I've just been expecting to see Matt Riddle at some point on one of these pay-per-views, and since he's been
I'm
called
standing
up,
outside
and
Roman
it's
Reigns'
been this
locker
long
room,
before it's
waiting to
happened.
hear if he has signed his contract for tonight's triple threat. We were all shocked to see you. Is Roman Reigns your new client? And if so, how are you able to squirrel your way into
Squirrel.
My way.
Squirrel.
Squirrel. Your own material?
Squirrel.
I guess Charlie wasn't available to ask me the questions this evening, so I'll have to tell you. If I have to recite my resume after all these years, we're wasting each other's time. If you have anything to ask me besides my personal business, take your best shot.
Right, I do. My question is, will Roman sign the contract?
Well, Roman Reigns said he would sign the contract. And I have every reason to believe that he will. But that's something you'd have to ask Roman Reigns.
Wait, I thought he signed a
May I go
contract.
inside and speak with him?
No, they never showed him doing it.
Good question.
Oh, well, he probably does.
So Reigns still hasn't signed?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there is the limitless Keith Lee, the 340-pound uber athlete, the
Good question.
former NXT champion, a bright smile, a calm and confident
Keith Lee.
voice, very easygoing demeanor.
The big dude.
Former WWE champion, always good times with the limo and the long horns. You intimidated the hell out of your opponents.
Well, thank you. I've enjoyed watching you. You're going to go far in this world. And I just want you to be prepared for that success. Got a couple hedge funds I think you might be interested in. Only $1 million to get in, courtesy JBL.
Thanks, man, but I don't
Why
have
are
those
we-
kind of resources, dude.
Dude,
You win this match, your first big match as a WWE Raw superstar, you'll be on your way. But I know there's a lot of pressure. First big match, and if you do lose, don't feel bad about it. I mean, Randy Orton is one of the greatest ever.
Smug JBL is smug.
Good luck out there.
Keith Lee, Randy Orton still to come tonight.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, two prime-time players with
Ooh,
prime-time
cool.
aspirations.
So is JBL going to be an off-screen character again?
I don't know.
Brethren out with injury.
What is he trying to do? Is he trying to become a manager?
The Celtic Warrior, Sheamus.
I don't think there's much that's going to come out of that.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the SmackDown
Well,
post-show
if
known as
JBL's going to be a manager,
is
it would be
available every
a good
Saturday.
client for
Free
him.
version of the WWE Network, hosted by Caleb Braxton, and this past week the guest host was The Miz, who riled things up when it came to Big E.
Yeah, I thought it was supposed to be Xavier Woods, but they've been having Miz on there.
But I
as the
do
host.
know what the brass thinks because I've been there. I've worn shorts, bandanas, stupid hats, and I was told to change that. And that's when I started becoming a WWE main eventer, a WWE champion.
And I get that. That's an element of it. But I also want to explain to you that these are the same conversations we had when we were starting as a trio. And we proved people wrong. I'm so immensely proud of the fact that we stepped out on our own, that we did what felt right to us. Kofi, Woods, E, we're going to do us because we believe in us as a trio. And we made something beautiful when we never should have made it. I want to continue to trust in myself, to trust in my instincts, in my intuition. It does. I don't have to come out here and just be stoic for the sake of being stoic. But when I feel something like I feel something now, I'm serious.
The following contest is
Bella!
introducing first,
Bella!
267 pounds, Sheamus!
The first thing that came to mind when I saw Big E on Talking Smack, Corey, was the word passion. And Big E brings passion for what he does here in WWE.
Yeah, so I wonder if
Everyone shares
NXT
my
UK Dublin
opinion
still
on Big
have
E,
it
including
happening.
this man, Sheamus. Sheamus is a
I don't
superstar
know
who
yet.
feels
So, I
chronically
mean, NXT UK is
underappreciated.
returning.
Sheamus feels as
So.
though he should be looked at as the leader of the locker room on Friday Night SmackDown.
Well, earlier today, Sheamus had
But will they be able
comments
to
about Big
do
E's
Finn
emotional
Balor
appearance
versus Walter?
yesterday on
Because I don't know how the
Talking
travel
Smack.
situation is right now.
Biggie, Biggie, Biggie. You know, I heard what you said in Talking Smack, man. You're right. You are right. People have been talking about you behind your back since the new day started. I've also heard people say that Kofi and Woods have been holding you back for years. And now's your time to shine and all that jazz. Well, I know the truth, fella. And the
So
truth is,
now with that, he looks
they
like
haven't been holding you back. They've
he
been
belongs
propping you up.
in a boxing
Now.
ring. either actually boxing or promoting some boxer in the ring.
Put a lot of credence into those
Yeah, like I
words.
say, he looks like he stepped out of the 1920s.
Don't you dare!
I am really glad after he came back, he got rid of that mohawk.
Yeah.
He looks better with his hair like this. Sour to that for your world famous 8-time champ.
Weighing in at 285 pounds.
He keeps saying 8-time champs, but he's the only one coming out.
You know, Big E is going it alone now as his
Nick, you keep pointing out this stuff that doesn't need to be pointed out. Nobody wants to know about the inaccuracies.
Listen, I have a lot of respect.
Just drink it all in.
That Big E has in himself.
Drink it all in, man.
Who needs logic?
However, Miz was trying to give E some very
I'm telling you, it would be so much better if you just removed logic.
Each week on the New Day Feel the Power podcast, the greatest action movie of all time. A tournament begins this coming week. Part one
Yes,
available.
everyone out there, my dog is a predator. That's why he keeps fading in and out.
Oh, Big E loves to have fun. He loves to entertain, but when he's in the ring, Corey, he is all business. Big E versus Sheamus. Big, major, important matchup for the SmackDown.
I do love that Big E does that. He throws his coat, always throws his coat at Corey Graves.
Singles momentum to a screeching halt.
Corey Graves
This is deeply personal between two big bulls tonight at Payback.
Big E with a singles victory already over The Miz and John Morrison. Also very controversial win over Sheamus a number of weeks ago. And Sheamus was embarrassed that night. Retribution got involved and led to a Big E victory.
You can see the passion in both of these men from the opening bell, not holding anything back, but neither man can afford to make the first mistake.
You know, you mentioned it earlier, Corey. Sheamus really had an issue with Big E stepping up and becoming a locker room leader during the incidents with Retribution over the past couple of weeks.
Because Sheamus knows that in the past, he has bested Big E and New Day many times as part of the Bar. Sheamus and Cesaro had great success against the New Day. The Celtic Warrior is incredibly confident that he can knock off Big E tonight.
Yeah, the New Day, 8-time tag team champions. The Bar won the tag titles on 5 different occasions, and now Sheamus with the waist lock on Big E. Two big bulls going at it in this matchup. Sheamus, oh man! Sheamus is 6'3", 250. Big E,
Get your weight up, little boy.
6 foot 285. No love lost between these two superstars. Both.
And I honestly believe it's going to come down to which one of these individuals makes the first mistake. Sheamus there with a kick to the midsection.
Nice headlock takedown as Sheamus looks to control Big E.
Oh, back on his shoulders.
And Sheamus able to roll out of it. The pace you expected in the early going?
Absolutely. As I mentioned before, neither man can afford to make a mistake in this instance.
And there's a leapfrog by the highly athletic Big E. Ducks underneath the attempted clothesline, and a high elbow catches Sheamus.
Both of these men have a healthy respect for the power each other possess. They realize that once you're down, you may not have a chance to get back up.
And one of the things that irks Big E, Corey, is oh, and what a knee by Sheamus. As we talk about Big E going it alone as a singles competitor, Big E likes to remind everyone that he's held singles titles in the past, the NXT Championship, the Intercontinental title as well.
Sheamus just battering the chest of Big E. But to your point, Cole,
team beats of the Bower. 1,
championship
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Tells you all you need to know. You don't look back.
Only 6.
Spine first on the apron.
And Big E's past championship reign has anything of great significance in the grand scheme of this business.
Big E understands that, and that's why he's looking to win a championship here in 2020 on Friday Night SmackDown. Big E with Sheamus Pro, and here comes the big spot. Nobody home.
There it is. That was the error. If Sheamus capitalizes, it's lights out.
I think I just noticed something about Big E's attire.
Referee now at a count of 7, and Big E's got to slide in.
If you look at his shoes, they kind of look like the logo for All That.
Wants to reach those heights again as he begins to work on the knee.
They are the logo for all that.
There's a lot of similarities to many of Sheamus's champions.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it is.
Every title there is to hold.
They made a guest appearance like I believe earlier this year or a year before on All Out, on the newest version of All That.
Oh, you mean the inferior version of All Out?
I don't really care anymore, so I couldn't tell you.
We've seen.
Yeah, the original version had a great cast of actually talented people.
Sheamus does have a submission maneuver.
I mean, the show, at this point, shows like that are in no way for us. If they have the same impact, then that's cool for the generation after us. But it's not like I'm gonna be sitting down and watching all that with kids that I'm not gonna recognize.
Somebody has a okay, that was weird. Somebody had a picture of somebody in a wedding dress.
I saw that.
The way the leg is bent.
They're not trying to be a troll because they can't let us have nice things.
Or earlier there was somebody who was just a picture of a Funko Pop.
Hamstring of Big E.
It's all just a matter. I mean, at this point, for the longer Thunderdome goes on,
not as much urgency.
the more we're just going to be trying to figure out like the things that are wrong with the people that are accessing Thunderdome.
Big E now
which will kind of create a bad cycle of people trying to get attention because people are noticing what they did on Thunderdome.
Twisted in the hands of Sheamus.
Agonizing position to be in if you're Big E. A tremendous amount of pressure on the MCL. Not to mention the ankle.
WWE's having a zero tolerance with that stuff. They say if you screw up once, you're banned. You're banned
forever. Tag team, and again, look at this. The way the leg is twisted back in the ankle. The pressure continues, and you have to wonder if Big E's going to tap out.
Big E feeling desperation now, just delivering some well-placed kicks between the shoulder blades of Sheamus.
And the point I wanted to make, Corey, is Big E's been in a tag team for the last 5 or 6 years. Normally, if you're in trouble like this, you can tag out.
Ooh.
Big E doesn't have that luxury tonight. And here's the cover of the Irish Curse backbreaker and a kick out by Big E at 2.
Notice how Sheamus drove his own knee into the face of Big E while executing a lateral press, and now a half crab. Big E is in a great deal of jeopardy right now.
I keep wishing how Big E's been in a tag team for so long. But they're ignoring the Sheamus was also in a tag team for a while.
The sole of his foot's nearly touching the back
Yeah,
of his neck.
but there is the fact that New Duty have been going for quite a while now.
Or will he be able to power out, trying to turn onto his shoulders here and try to reverse the pressure, which he does, and now uses
also the fact that
for offense.
even though Sheamus has been in like groups and tag teams, there's not, even though he had a long run with Cesaro and everything like that,
Big E in serious trouble here at the hands of the Celtic Warrior.
Most of the time when he's doing like
not cracked a few
things
teeth or
people recognize him for, he's a
Big
singles
Let's look at this one more time. This is the answer. Boom! Sheamus right on the ear of Big E.
And now Sheamus going to head up to the top rope. The Celtic Warrior looking for the high risk to put Big E away.
Or like the Legion of baddies for Roman Reigns to squash.
And the adrenaline building for Big E.
Nice. Power again. And Big E, after 2 suplexes, now with and a headbutt by Sheamus.
Right on the temple.
Is this going to lead to the big payback?
Sheamus able to counter. And a Uranagi planting Sheamus in the corner.
It doesn't look like it.
By Big E, used it up to put him away, and a kick out at 2. Big E thought that was his moment, his opportunity, as he again goes back to the injured knee. Trying to get some feeling back into the leg.
He trying to fire himself up. Sheamus very wisely rolling to the outside.
It's been interesting to see how they've been calling it the Uranagi on WWE.
Yeah.
You have to wonder if Big E was a half a step slower than usual,
so
just due to the damage suffered to his knee.
And now Sheamus going to launch himself over the top rope with a shoulder tackle.
Big Irish battering ram.
Hey, there's a guy with an eye patch now.
You see the punishment that Big E has gone through in this matchup. Missed with the hammer. And now the belly-to-belly by Big E.
He wasn't able to get Sheamus up as cleanly and quickly as usual. It was effective nonetheless. And this is exactly what Miz was talking about.
Playing games in the ring. It could cost Big E right now. Yeah, especially in there against a veteran like Sheamus who's taking advantage.
Considering they only had a week to build this show up, not a bad card.
Yeah, I think one positive thing, I didn't bring this up pre-show, one thing I can appreciate doing is like, the majority of the matches are like people who didn't wrestle in SummerSlam.
Yeah. Their storylines that have been building up, they just weren't at SummerSlam.
Yeah, like good. Some of the matches don't are surfing their at SummerSlam this year. So like having that balance everything out works.
Well, also some of these people haven't competed on a pay-per-view in a while.
Who will make it to their feet first? Big E with a right now, one from Sheamus.
Big E, of course, it hasn't been a long time since he last competed. Sheamus, I feel like it was a little bit longer. Or it could have been, I think they were both on the last pay-per-view before SummerSlam.
Oh my goodness!
No, because the bar fight was moved to SmackDown.
And once again, the incredible amount
that's what it was. It was supposed to be a pay-per-view.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Extreme Rules. I guess they figured they already had one cinematic match with the Wyatt Swamp fight. And also, they've been doing this where they save a pay-per-view quality match for Raw or SmackDown because they want to keep the ratings up.
It's a testament to the toughness and will of Big E.
So, to continue the line of questioning that I had before, we've gone into like specific moves from specific wrestlers that you want done to you. What about submission moves?
Submission moves?
No, I don't know. Mine was a submission move.
I legit got ooh, damn. I got a legit ankle lock put on me once. It's not fun.
This is pure
well, none of. I can't think of a single submission move that is done that is not going to hurt. But it's just like if a wrestler was like, I'm gonna put you in a submission move, and you just had to accept it, what move would that be? Nick, I already know your answer for personal reasons.
Looking for a heel hook.
I'll say that I would. No. We'll just say you really like the Oscar lock.
I like the first part of that.
This is desperation.
But I think I would want to have the figure four.
The figure eight.
No, not the figure eight.
Ooh.
You see the glazed over look in Big E's eyes after suffering.
You think it was going to be over like that? Ha!
That was a good knee.
You sure you don't want to be putting the bank statement, though?
And if you're Sheamus, Corey, you got to wonder, what do I need to do to keep Big E
Look,
down?
I'm going with.
Sheamus is asking himself that very question.
I feel like it would be an honor if someone put me in the figure four that is known for putting me in the putting people in the figure four.
If Sheamus connects with that, it is going to be game over for
I don't
Big
have
E,
personal.
No
that's my personal reason.
Okay.
There it comes. Going for the brogue. Big E caught him.
Oh. There's the brogue kick.
And now Big E has Sheamus where he wants him with the big ending.
Oh my God, the big payback. The big payback.
Big ending. Boom. 1, 2, 3. That's a good match.
Yeah. I don't know. It felt like a good quality TV match, though. Like.
Big E continued to fight on and toppled the Celtic Warrior tonight at Payback.
It was important to do this on pay-per-view, though.
With how they were, like, kind of building up this match, focusing on Big E as a singles competitor, it wouldn't, like, I feel like this is the best impact to have. It's to have him win, but it's not going to be like a match where there's just like a personal vendetta so much, because it's like this is.
Listen, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I just looked dead in Big E's eyes as we take another
His
look
thing
at
is
some
about
of these
proving
replays.
to the others that he can do what he needs to do as a singles competitor.
There was no doubt in that man's eyes. We just
It's not really the focus of him versus Sheamus. Sheamus just happens to be the opponent for the time.
Big E believes the future is bright, and after looking at
Because Sheamus is one of the people not giving him giving him respect.
Yeah.
So
I mean, overall.
I hear you, Big.
So
I hear you, Big E.
the other person who just
I hear you.
giving Ford Rays was what?
I just need to keep building my resume. I need to clear the hurdle to earn my championship opportunity. Well, after the performance tonight, he's well on his way. No doubt about it. Big things in store for Big E.
The other person who disrespected him was King Corbin.
Yeah.
But maybe that'll be Big E's next match. Hopefully this is the end of the Riddle Corbin feud.
I told you! I told you! I told you, people! I told you!
A big victory for Big E. And now, please welcome a competitor who is making their mark on SmackDown, the bodacious Barefoot Bro, Matt Riddle.
Bodacious,
Matt,
bro.
tonight you face King Corbin in your first ever pay-per-view match on the main roster. How motivated are you to beat Corbin and end this King's Ransom?
I'm always motivated, bro.
No.
And since I've started on SmackDown, Corbin's been really harsh in my vibe, you know? I mean, this tool's attacking me. There's all these other people attacking me. I'm just done and over with.
That baseball hoodie he's
I
got
get
on.
it. He's afraid the King of Bros is going to take his crown.
Oh,
And tonight,
OB, original
that's
bro.
just what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
The Stallion is going to run
Was that what you were
over
thinking?
King Corbin.
Was that what you
Now,
were
Matt,
going to
before
ask?
you go, can you please react to Baron Corbin's tweet? Quote, tonight
I don't
he will
like
prove
nickname original
that
bro, because what does that even
Matt
mean? He's not
is a failure
he's not the
in the
original
WWE
bro.
ring. By the way,
Like
he's
I
already
liked his old
proven
nickname
that
there,
he's
the
a
King
failure
of Bros.
It has to be something WWE can market. That's pretty much it. So that's why I changed it to original bro, because it's something they can market and copyright. Oh, interesting.
Look, I don't like you.
What'd you ask him? I
You
missed
don't
that.
like me.
Wow. You're so observant, Naya.
Hey, I'm just trying to stay positive. Like, I'm positive that you and I could beat Bailey and Sasha tonight if you follow my lead.
Why is Nia
Well,
Jax
if I follow
wearing
your
Tamina's
lead,
shirt?
No, we'll beat
What?
Bailey and Sasha
Tamina's a powerhouse.
if you stay out of my way.
Like, yeah, Nia
You
Jax
got
and
him
Tamina
like
makes
face.
more sense as a team.
Look, let's just kill the pre-match chit-chat.
Agreed.
Helmet. Camo cups and OJ.
About Mina,
The toughest war machine you can drive on time.
Street Profits.
Steel monsters and firepower are at your fingertips with over 800 tanks to choose from. Now you can battle alongside the greatest warriors from the ring. Outfit your arsenal with the
Street Profits have held tag titles for a while.
like The Undertaker,
Yep.
Stone Cold Steve Austin, Becky Lynch, and more.
See that?
I didn't mention that before. They officially confirmed that Moxley's officially beat Jericho's record for longest reigning AEW champion.
Yeah, I saw that.
Now
He's
on
also number one in the
WWE
PWI
Watch the
500.
massive independent
Which
wrestling
means
lineup
all three members of S.H.I.E.L.D. have now been number one in that.
Before they became superstars, dreams were forged here.
Yeah, they said they've added like all these indie promotions on there, but there's not a lot on there. It's mostly just a lot of best of specials. There's
At
not
least
many-
it's something.
Yeah,
Is the birthplace
I'd
of
like to see
greatness,
full events on
streaming
there.
only on WWE Network.
Because I have some of Evolve and Dragon Gate USA DVDs, but I like to be able to watch the whole library. Oh, here we go. I still like the last person who pulled off the King of the Ring gimmick, literal King gimmick, was Booker T.
That's King.
I didn't like it when Sheamus did. I didn't like it when Barrett did. I don't like it when Corbin doing it.
Quarters are back. Finally, an entrance fit for a king. King Corbin set to take on Matt Riddle. And WWE Payback is presented by Hulu. Watch your favorite WWE shows on Hulu. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I did get an opportunity to look up that tweet. Alicia asking
I bet you wonder if
Corbin saying
they'll do another King of the Ring tournament anytime soon.
In the WWE ring. By the way, he's already
seems like they only bring it back when they want to get somebody a King gimmick.
Yeah.
Well, that, at this point, that is the point of the King of the Ring.
He's doing. He made these incendiary comments because he wants to throw Matt Riddle off of his game.
Yeah, because of that, the face hasn't won the King of the Ring tournament since Edge in 2001.
Of the original Bro.
I mean, it would be one thing if they kept doing the King of the Ring to the point where it started to become a tradition where it's like the finalists of the King of the Ring fought like the previous King of the Ring winner in case it's two different people. Because that would be a cool thing.
Yeah.
But they do it so infrequently to where it doesn't. You're not gonna remember.
Yeah.
This is so. What the hell?
Make no mistake about it.
His logos are sandals.
Well, yeah.
Brings the horsepower from belt.
Is he trying to fist bump the screens?
Yeah, he doesn't care.
Oh, that reminds me of. Look, it was funny when Randy Orton threw his shirt into the crowd. Because there was no action in the crowd.
Yeah.
That was great.
Corbin driving Riddle back to the corner. Everything in King Corbin's life is based around respect. And Corbin just doesn't have it from Matt Riddle yet because Riddle hasn't earned it in Corbin's book. King Corbin, 6'6", 317, the cheap shot to start the match, Corey, and now in control. I talked to the King about this. He feels that there is nothing in this business that Matt Riddle has accomplished that King Corbin hasn't accomplished. He's not impressed with Matt Riddle. Well, now King Corbin bringing the fight outside the ring to Riddle right here in front of us.
You don't belong.
Heavy right hands from the King. Yeah, one of the best pure strikers in WWE today, the former Golden Gloves boxing champion.
Ah, it's a Golden Gloves boxing champion. Take a shot.
You can't discount the success that Matt Riddle had in mixed martial arts.
Yeah, he has to bring that up because the only thing else he's done, and the only thing he's done in WWE is a short-range United States champion.
And Phil Cashin.
Riddle was making his entrance.
And Phil Cashin, yeah.
Because you pissed off a doctor.
Flattening the Bro with a clothesline. It has been all Corbin since. As I said, you can't discount the experience and the success that Matt Riddle's had in mixed martial arts before arriving here in WWE. But that doesn't always translate
Matt
to
Riddle,
success in a
so far,
WWE
he's NXT Tag Team
Very
Champion.
outspoken. Matt Riddle is,
Speaking of the NXT Tag Team titles, Breezango finally won a title.
Oh yeah, I'm happy about that.
What Riddle?
Bit surprised, but you know, good on him.
Raining down rights and Riddle beginning to answer back and
they weren't doing anything with Imperium as Tag Team Champions.
King Corbin needed to create some space. Riddle now looking for a Kimura.
I feel like Imperium was only given the belts because Pete Dunne was out and they wanted to get the belts off.
Dude, have you seen how fucking fit Pete Dunne is now?
No, I haven't seen.
Look it up. It is weirdly interesting.
Yeah, since Riddle's stuck over in the UK, they just put him back on NXT UK.
You mean Dunne? You said Riddle.
Smart strategy for a much larger
yeah, Pete Dunne.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pete Dunne's stuck in the UK. Just put him on NXT UK.
I think that's what they're gonna do, most likely.
Corbin beginning to fade.
Yeah, hopefully they actually have some title changes soon, because the title reigns of all the champions have been extended because there hasn't been NXT UK in a while.
Said about King Corbin earlier. Oh, wait a minute, get Riddle. Riddle in
He's
got it locked in.
King Corbin is in the center of the ring, nowhere to run or hide.
Oh.
And Riddle now riding Corbin yet again, trying to neutralize the much bigger man,
King
Corbin.
Riddle's got the body scissors applied too, and now a few sharp elbows and cross faces, wearing King Corbin down and back in to the sleeper hold.
And Corbin trying again to make it back to a vertical base, somehow create the separation that he needs here, and just slings Riddle away.
Corbin certainly off of his game plan at this moment. We always mentioned the motor of Matt Riddle constantly moving forward. Corbin knows he needs to avoid it.
Now there's the quickness of the big man, Corbin. What a collision. Cover on Riddle. Isn't enough. Riddle kicks out at 2.
And that just speaks to the ring awareness of Matt Riddle.
Yeah, I was hoping when Shorty G had his heel turn that they were going to start referring to him as Chad Gable again, but that hasn't happened.
Nope. No, he's now going to become Evil G.
Might have minimized the impact.
When I was making earlier, his Hall of Famer Booker T thinks King Corbin could be one of the best
better than Shorty G
in the history of WWE.
And do you know who else believes that? King Corbin.
And Corbin with a
what about
right.
Evil Chad?
Riddle in the corner.
Evil Chad.
He's such a
Evil Chad. Yeah, they're rolls all the time.
Terrible, Cole, because he doesn't like you. Doesn't like anybody. That's not true. I happen to get along quite well with King Corbin.
Corbin, of course, taking out this King's ransom, this bounty that he put on the head of Matt Riddle.
That's why I'm the king.
You just heard King Corbin say, "I'll do it myself."
Because they didn't build up Chad good enough.
Riddle fighting back though. Now Corbin, chicken wing applied here to Riddle. Look how he's slinging Riddle around. Just again, the power of Corbin.
They're not using the term King's ransom correctly.
In the middle of the ring.
It's WWE. I'm not surprised.
Nick, what have I told you about logic?
Riddle trying to free his jaw.
King's ransom is literally the ransom to the return of King.
Corbin with a very strong
it should be like King's reward or something.
Waistlock by Riddle, well placed elbow by Corbin. Riddle.
No.
Clothesline, and Corbin now.
Sorry.
The side slam to Riddle. Cover, hook to the leg. Is it enough? And Riddle at 2, able to slip the shoulder out.
Well, it's the same company. I used to call Dean Ambrose a lunatic fringe, when a fringe is a group of people.
WWE Thunderdome at Amway Center.
I already know what I would put if I was in the Thunderdome.
WWE
I get the picture that says that has the the sign from that Booker T Edge pay-per-view match that says they're wrestling over shampoo.
Collecting his own ransom.
That's why I would post in the Thunderdome. Is that just people going, wait, are they fighting for shampoo? Wait, when's bald?
Oh, you still got to massage your scalp. Shampoo.
Oh, maybe not. Turning Riddle inside out with a high elbow. Cover now by King Corbin. Hooks both legs this time, and Riddle still able to kick out.
Damn.
King Corbin learning firsthand.
I hadn't really enjoyed Matt. I feel like Matt Riddle's promos on the main roster have been way too scripted. It's not natural.
Yeah.
Like that weird storyline where he mentioned that weird story he told where he fell in a frozen river or something.
Great endurance.
So he doesn't have feeling in like some of his toes or something.
Oh, it plants him.
Half grab submission attempt. Riddle able to keep shifting his weight. Kick off Corbin.
Riddle and Corbin slides underneath the bottom rope again this time. Oh, Riddle.
Ooh,
down
nice.
Corbin. And Corbin kicked out of the ring. Corbin's down. Riddle's got some time to regather himself now.
That was,
I hate to say it, but this might be lucky.
That was like toes straight into the neck.
On the ear of the King. Riddle now with some time to recover, collect himself.
How long until Riddle breaks one of his toes like Rusev did and start wearing boots?
Corbin in the middle of the ring, and Corbin though that may have cost Riddle as he drives him kidney first into the apron.
Listen, I appreciate Matt Riddle realizing he's not going to get many opportunities to capitalize on King Corbin. He's got to make the best of any situation. But once again, Corbin a step ahead.
Oh, what a kick again by Riddle. That stuns King Corbin. Kip up by Riddle. And now Matt Riddle starting to build with momentum. Forearm after forearm, Riddle's fired up.
Now Riddle's going to look to push the pace. Roton.
And now the running knee. Covered by Riddle. Is it enough to knock off King Corbin?
Is that a running knee? That looks like he just kicked Corbin's chest.
See a dazed look in the eyes of King Corbin.
Yeah, he hit him with a knee and his foot just went forward after he hit it.
Strikes.
Okay.
Still wasn't enough to solve King Corbin in this instance, but look at the intensity in the eyes of the original Bro.
Riddle trying to figure out, what do I do now to put away a man who's won the Money in the Bank and the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, the King of the Ring, the United States Championship.
Maybe Matt Riddle's reached his breaking point. Maybe he's tired of the persecution since joining SmackDown from King Corbin.
Riddle and powerful right hand, and Corbin with one of his own.
Open hand strikes all over the body.
Now a kick, and he caught Corbin. And Corbin is doubled over. Well-placed kick by Riddle. Is that the kidney, Corbin?
It might have been. Let's look at this once more. Right hand from Corbin, buying himself a few valuable moments.
But the King is doubled over after the kick from Riddle.
Might have been a liver shot connected from Matt Riddle. If you ever suffered one of those, it'll shut you down in a hurry. Your whole body just stops working.
Now Corbin with Riddle up on the top rope, and Matt Riddle continues to fight back. And Riddle, the leapfrog. And now deep six by Corbin.
That's going to be it.
Nice.
And goes into the cover now. A 2 count. Riddle kicks out.
Wow.
And Corbin's frustrated.
Ooh, deep
Understandably
six.
so. Look at this once more. Deep six connects, and watch King Corbin actually.
That was a finishing move. I would definitely choose like deep six to be a move to be done on me.
Corbin may not like
Be like, wee! Ow.
He's learning to respect him.
Yeah, tremendous resilience by Riddle in this match tonight. Corbin now going to
a lot
mount
more
Riddle.
than it would.
It probably would, but yeah.
Trash and rains down with the right hand.
Like, but it's like kind of like the equivalent of just like somebody pick you up accidentally dropping you a bit. Don't think it'll hurt that
Now
much.
Matt Riddle's got the legs in. Matt Riddle now look at the elbows right on the top of the skull.
Corbin in guard. Corbin able to escape for the moment.
Triangle. Riddle with a triangle locked into Corbin. And Corbin looking to use his power. Riddle, though, kick again right to the liver area, as you mentioned before, Corey. And now.
Triangle lock.
Oh, the Bro to sleep.
Down goes the King.
And now Riddle going to go up to the top rope. Matt Riddle
Floating Bro.
Floating Bro connects.
That was GTS.
Corbin, both legs hook Riddle. Takes out the King.
Here is your winner, Matt Riddle.
1, 2, 3.
I agree with you, no doubt about it. We know Matt Riddle's good.
That was alright.
The King of Bros, Slade, the King of the Ring.
I think my favorite spot is when he just fucking nailed Corbin with that kick. It's just like, that was just beautiful stuff. But yeah, I think that was alright.
Feel good for Matt Riddle after everything King Corbin has said about this man. Matt Riddle with the victory, thanks to the floating Bro, and watch the emotional reaction of Matt Riddle. Riddle understands, Corey, what knocking off a man the caliber of King Corbin will do for his career on SmackDown.
It puts the entire SmackDown roster on notice. The Stallion Battalion with reason to celebrate tonight with the original Bro knocking off King Corbin.
Rated T for teen.
Do you like mangoes in your tacos, or are those pineapples?
The corn is so good. Are you listening?
Battlegrounds, I know doesn't look great, but I still want to try it because it does look fun. Yeah.
The beautiful thing about what we do is there's so much unpredictability.
It looks like a fun fighting game. It's over the top, like.
For me, always wanting to push the envelope. I want to prove to the world that I am the best.
Yeah, I got something special planned for tonight.
I'm hoping to not be physically assaulted.
I hope they enjoyed it as much as I did.
So looking back at that.
Oh, SummerSlam over 2015 overall, not just that.
Yes.
I know.
Just did it. Big Corbin. Time to move on.
The logic was, yeah, I don't want seeing the tie
After
Ric
everything
record.
Baron Corbin has
anyway,
said
John.
and done, how great is this victory?
It feels so good to finally be done.
I swear to God, I felt like it was so obvious he was speaking too soon. Would you agree, Mo?
Come on!
I mean,
let this feud be freaking over.
It's Corbin. They don't end it until you get sick and tired of it.
I'm already sick and tired of it.
Until you can't stand to see anybody anymore.
Well, what's next? Is the loser have to eat dog food?
Well, yeah, that's going to be his signature thing. Is Corbin's going to force people to eat dog food.
WWE Payback
And then have to eat it himself.
The WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. On one side for Monday Night Raw, you got Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, who knows if they can get along. On the other side, the best friends, the tag team of Sasha Banks and Bayley. I want to take you back now to the end of May.
It's just hilarious. That's it. I'm all done with this feud of Corbin. All done. Corbin, not 5 seconds later. Nope.
Sasha Banks and Bayley, the challengers. Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, the champions.
Please finish it this Friday on SmackDown.
All of you.
You're funny.
We wanted to.
Hilarious.
Banks got her. Banks and Bayley win. New champions.
And now look at us. We are your WWE.
Well, if it is over, at least Bayley and Sasha had a much better tag title run than the first run.
It's been one of the better tag title runs for the women overall since they brought them back.
We are the show.
And you know what that means? They lose the belts. They don't get to show up on both shows anymore.
That can touch us.
Yay! We all know who I am when they mention me. No penny picture, I came on a mission just to get to the top. Claim my position, I'm #1 with no invitation. One-on-one with no imitation.
Man, how long have they been building up this Bayley Sasha breakup?
When did they join forces again?
Feels like it's been 2 years.
It feels like 2 years now, but it was earlier this year.
Our friendship is unstoppable, unconquerable.
It happened when Bayley turned heel.
We are without a doubt.
So last summer, it's been a little over a year.
Yeah. I'll see. Thank you. You can prove my point even more. What the hell? That was it? I love how Shayna and Nia don't even get like anything. Just like.
Because
just
they're not
shows you that it's just gonna show you that that Banks and Bayley are gonna win, and this feud that you guys think is gonna happen is going to be prolonged for even longer.
You shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
The quicker you guys accept this, the better you'll be overall.
Championship. Introducing first, they are the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Sasha Banks, and the SmackDown Women's Champion, Bayley.
You know, Corey, we talked about this on Friday night. The one thing that may get Bayley and Sasha Banks through this matchup tonight is their friendship. How well they know each other.
Friendship.
How well they have each other's backs.
Friendship.
Bayley's had a really dominant reign as SmackDown Women's Champion.
Yeah, it's definitely been one of her better reigns. Oh. Well, she hasn't held a lot of titles, so like, it's been one of her better title reigns.
Well, her first SmackDown reign didn't last very long. Her Raw reign was terrible.
As I started to say,
so
trust is paramount.
That's since their NXT run, I guess.
Who forgetting it? Was it the kendo stick on a pole match?
In a short period of time, there's no way Baszler and Jax can
coexist
on the level of the Golden Role model. And we also know how important it is.
Yeah, it makes a little sense. I don't even remember it.
And how important it is for Sasha to hold the gold. Important matchup for the tag team champs tonight. This is an opportunity for Sasha Banks to dust herself off and get back on the horse, so to speak, and maybe recapture the Raw Women's Championship one of these days.
Girls, she enters everyone she wrestles in the ring.
Nia Jax, one of the most dominant forces WWE has ever seen. And here comes her, one of the most dangerous women the world has ever known.
Sorry, low-key one of my favorite women's entrance themes.
It's so weird she's wearing Tamina's merch and not her own.
Baszler and Jax were once bitter enemies, Corey, but they've been brought together here tonight with one common goal, and that
like Tamina had that weird cameo on SmackDown when she's suddenly a face again.
May not even be possible. Yeah. We saw moments ago, before the night began, they nearly came to blows backstage. The reason Jax and Baszler had such success in singles competition is because neither of them answered
recording in the corner of my room. I don't give myself a lot of room.
#1 constantly. The opportunity to talk to Sasha Bailey a little bit earlier today. They weren't pleased that they were placed into this matchup with Jax and Baszler. Understand how dominant these two women are.
Niazler? Nina?
What are you trying to do?
Make a tag team name out of their names.
Jax and Spades.
Ooh! There, that. No, what he said. No, Nick.
Spades.
The Jax of Spades. Jax of Spades. What? You don't agree, Mo?
It's alright.
Nia telling Baszler,
yeah, that's WWE. It's alright. So, like, we know that's a part of their call. It's the Jax of Spades.
After the bell rings, Baszler and Banks now.
God damn it, Nick, you're good.
Tag team championship.
Almost like I'm a writer or something.
I don't think Banks wants to.
You know, it's funny.
With the Queen of Spades.
I would love to do a video of this down the road, but it's weird how, like, learning about, like, character motivations, development, like, overcoming the odds. I learned all that from pro wrestling, like learning that, and I apply it to other fields as well.
It's basic storytelling.
Baszler teeing off. Oh, great counter by Banks. Into a modified abdominal stretch. Intensity in Baszler's eyes as he plants Sasha in the middle of the ring.
Oh, I love when she does this one.
No.
I love when she does this one. Ah, damn it.
Banks doesn't want any part of it and tags in the SmackDown Women's Champ. Banks just averted disaster. And now Bailey with a waist lock on Baszler. Shayna's made a career for herself out of taking and breaking arms. It looks like Bailey could be next. Baszler, the joint manipulation. The way she's twisted the arm in the hand of Bailey into a hammerlock. If you're a fan of NXT, you know just how dominant and dangerous Shayna Baszler has the capability of being a long-time NXT Women's Champion. What's the oh God! Nia knocked off the apron as Bailey sent Baszler into Nia. And Nia favoring her knee immediately. We know that Nia Jax has a history of knee issues. And look at this in the corner. And with Nia down, it allows the double
in the crowd.
It's weird how Sasha and Bailey are in that corner, while Nia and Shayna are in the other corner.
In the opposition's corner.
Oh, I find that weird.
How so?
I thought, you know, considering like they're more the challengers, they would be in the upper left corner, not the bottom right corner.
Abdominal stretch. You're talking about the dominance of Baszler as the
in the crowd. They had this blonde woman on two screens, one right in front of the other.
Maybe
Shayna has yet to truly
twin.
find her footing on Monday Night Raw. We know what she's been
with
capable
the same
of
exact
in the past,
lighting.
but this is another league, another world, so to speak.
But it's a great opportunity.
It's still
Sasha
there.
Banks, whose idol growing up was the late great Eddie Guerrero, looking for.
I'm sure somebody got kicked off and they had to double up, but split him up across the
And now
screen.
the double team by the tag team champions to Shayna Baszler. Oh my
I think they have like
and this is what the difference is going to be.
a waiting room, like if somebody gets kicked off, you have the opportunity to get in.
Yeah, I believe that's pretty much how it works.
Here's the cover now, and Nia Jax using Banks, tossing her to the ring and breaking up the cover. And Nia really favoring her left knee, and now Bayley slides out of the ring. How wise was that? Not wise.
AEW's allowed to have 10% capacity fans, so they've sold tickets for this week's Dynamite and All Out.
Oh my God. I forgot how much that's one of my favorite Nia Jax moves.
The power of Jax.
That's actually one of my favorite Nia Jax spots.
There's a reason she's called the irresistible force. Baszler now with Jax on the
yeah, that's the one where she goes back, forward, back. I like that move. I gotta admit, that's my favorite move of Nia's.
Dear Bayley, don't run
bash him against the wall.
It works so well.
Banks are trying to avoid having Nia Jax in the matchup. What a splash in the corner. Nia, as dominant as they come, delivers the elbow to Bayley. Cover now on Bayley. Is it enough to win the tag team titles? Kick out by the champ.
I see you. I'm going to put you in the
ICU. And Bayley, though, the shrewd champion, slid behind. I don't know anything about that resembling shrewd, Cole. That was dumb. And now Baszler drawing into the ring. And this allows Banks to chop Nia at the knee.
That was shrewd. That was downright brilliant.
And now Bayley fouls it up with a knee. Again, the veterans, Bayley and
That was
Banks,
smart.
able to take advantage of an overzealous Shayna Baszler. And now they have Jax where they want her. The double teams in the corner. Double knees by Banks. And when Sasha and Bayley are rolling like this, Corey, it's a joy to watch.
I think they said that Sasha and Bayley are the greatest women's tag team in WWE history.
Chopping out the leg of the irresistible force.
And now Banks mounting.
I know it's not a long history. There was only 2 periods of time where they actually had a women's tag division.
A drop kick keeps Nia Jax on the mat. Bayley in off the tag.
And this is what Banks and Bayley are going to have to do. Quick tags, smooth teamwork, in and out.
That has been a habit WWE's been doing, where they revive a title instead of continuing the legacy of the old title. They start over. I don't like it. Like if you're going to call the belt the exact same name as the old belt, don't see why it can't be a continuation.
Covered by Bayley. Notice how she hooked the leg closest to the ropes. But
I always thought it was ridiculous. The World Heavyweight title wasn't considered a continuation of the WCW title, even though they use the exact same belt.
But Banks and Bayley are pros. They did their homework going into this match.
There's one of the better title belt designs.
Come into any circumstance unprepared.
If they brought back the Cruiserweight title, brand new continuity with that. Then they brought back the women's tag team, start over with that.
Yeah.
When they originally brought back, introduced the Raw women's title, it was just women's title. They started over with that too.
Nia is less than 100% right now. She suffered some damage to her knees. Now she needs to tag Shayna Baszler.
And Banks saving her partner Bayley. Oh my goodness! Nia Jax with a Samoan drop after using Sasha as a weapon.
Again.
And now Nia Jax went for the leg drop, and Bayley able to grab him.
Bayley grasping at the ankle of Nia Jax, trying to apply a heel hook or a knee bar.
It's been a really physical match.
Yes, it has.
We'll get back to her knees at least.
Yeah, this isn't going to be totally effective now. Nia Bayley just trying to hang on.
What is Bayley doing?
Back on her feet now, dragging
Trying
Bayley.
to stop Nia Jax? I mean, isn't that what she's supposed to be doing?
She's holding on for dear life.
Shayna, the fresh member of her team.
Corey's the same thing.
Now the well-placed strikes by Baszler. A lethal combination of fists and feet.
Oh no, this is gonna hurt. Oh,
and a running knee.
Baszler riding knee right to the jaw of the boss, and one for Bayley.
Now Shayna Baszler with a gut wrench, planting Bayley face first.
Well, Shayna's 2 4 horsewomen buddies appeared on Raw a couple weeks ago, and they've been not mentioned since.
They were supposed to show up on Raw Underground last Monday, but they cut their segments.
Of Shayna Baszler, the ferocious.
Honestly, I never found those two very impressive.
I don't really care.
Jasmine Duke and Maria Shafir.
Yeah.
I feel like they're just not. They're not Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler.
Yeah.
And Bayley sent into Banks. Nia with a double splash.
The real 4 horsewomen are an actual.
Nia now
all 4 are great.
Something big. Oh, this will do it. Oh, it's Sasha though. Great counter by Banks. Nia Jax.
Yeah, if you go off of the accolades of the 4 WWE horsewomen, it's a pretty good resume for the most part.
This could have ended it all.
Main event to WrestleMania, multiple World Championship wins, multiple Royal Rumble wins. Well, 2 of the 4 can claim Royal Rumble wins.
Back up to the apron. Tag made. Bayley's now legal. And Bayley gonna head up to the
One
top
holds the
rope.
record for the longest reigning SmackDown Women's Championship reign.
Big elbow by
Yeah,
Bayley.
that's the longest Raw.
Up to the top rope as
Yeah.
Baszler's blasted off the apron. Frog splash by Banks. Cover now to retain. Bayley to belly. And a kick out. Nia kicked out of the
Yeah, that's been any real say when Charlotte's coming back.
Not only did Nia kick out, she kicked out with authority. And now Banks and Bayley trying to figure out how to
It's gonna take more than that.
How can we put Jax away? A sliding knee by Banks, cover again to retain, kick out at 2. You gotta believe that Sasha and Bayley can feel their championship slipping away. Nia's back on her feet again. And Banks out to the apron doing everything she can in her power to take out Jax. Tag, Bayley's legal.
It's an interesting turnaround move.
Team champions.
Yeah, it is.
Nia Jax says no way. Tag, Baszler's legal. I'm not sure if the champs realize it. Double back body drop takes out Jax. And Baszler now into the ring. She is legal. And Baszler looking for the careful to clutch on Bayley. The submission move that Baszler uses. Now Banks is in trouble.
It is legal.
So wait, who's legal?
It was.
Wait, is Baszler legal or Bayley legal?
Baszler is legal. Sasha, I believe, is the legal person, not Bayley.
She's got Bayley in the careful to clutch. Shayna Baszler a 1-1.
No, the referee pointed at Bayley. I think didn't Bayley tag in right before? Oh shoot! Oh man!
Sasha.
Oh, that's no.
She got them both in submission. Oh, she's choking Bayley out with Sasha's arm.
I know, that was so fucking cool, dude. Fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah. That was such a clever finish. You made Shayna look like a fucking boss. No Banks pun intended. But you made Baszler look the most down she's been since joining the main roster. She took out both of them. And both of them using one of the other's arms as leverage.
Well, they're the women's tag team champions. Let's see where that goes.
We know where that is going. Well, who knows where that's going, but you know. Holy shit. Honestly, one of my more favorite Nia Jax matches? Is that weird to say?
Well, look who she was in the ring with.
I mean, true. And plus, she wasn't really that botchy. Maybe that Samoan drop she did, where it was like dangerously close to Bayley. Unsafely close to Bayley, but I gotta admit that I didn't mind that. I like that tag team match.
Wow, what a win! Congratulations, you are now the new
this
women's
means
tag team champions.
Bayley and Sasha, you're stuck to one show.
I realize that the two of you don't like each other personally. I gotta say, as a team,
they go straight to an interview
the first
in
ever
the
women's
ring.
tag team champions, who up until recently were both double champions and also best friends. So, how does it feel?
Shut up, Charlie! We won! Who cares? Get out of here! We're definitely not best friends.
Team champs! What?
Nia. Fucking Nia is too much, man. Nia is too fucking much. Whoa, 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 whoa,
Oh, she's got a belt. It's her first title since she was Rollins champion.
She won the Raw. She won the Women's Tag.
This is Shayna's first main roster title.
Yeah, we had to bring that up. She's the most obvious fact. We all thought her first title was going to be the Raw Women's. Then it turns out it's the Women's Tag Team Championship.
Well, we also thought one of her first wins was going to at least be Money in the Bank, which, you know, she didn't win that. She didn't win that, and then she hasn't been on a pay-per-view since that.
Yeah, she went on a little short hiatus.
So Sasha has no titles now.
No belts.
Sasha no belts.
Sasha no belts. Ooh, hashtag Sasha no belts. I still haven't fucking seen that Undertaker Last Ride documentary.
It's really, really good.
I heard it was amazing. Wow. Even the like bonus episode afterwards.
Oh my god, Kurt Angle. They redid the whole cowboy hat guitar thing.
I could lose an eye, but think of the power.
Oh,
I could lose an eye, but think of the power.
Well, now I took Drew McIntyre for a cat person.
My war mask.
Thanks for coming on the journey.
I'm thinking that they'll be able to probably do another Saudi Arabia show by the end of the year.
Fortunately.
Hey, the sooner they get this contract done, the sooner we don't have to deal with this.
Yeah, another 8 years to go.
Tonight, WWE Payback is streaming live on the WWE Network from inside the marvelous innovation.
Yeah, by the way, I don't know if it was obvious of you two, but we are never doing the Saudi shows. We're never reacting to the Saudi shows.
Oh, darn.
Oh.
I know, right? I know, I crushed Mo's dreams of doing them.
They're more like glorified house shows anyways.
Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax, but obviously the golden role models have to be heartbroken. Heartbroken, I told you, the golden role models on that momentum starting to fade. And how about the dominance at the end for Shayna Baszler, stabilizing both Bayley and Sasha Banks to secure
Yeah, like I said, I love the ending where they made Baszler look like a fucking badass, taking out both of them at once. But it was technically Bayley
Let's take a look and see how long that title reign was.
Lee is out for retaliation on behalf of his friend, the WWE Champion, Drew McIntyre.
5 matches in closing. Not counting pre-show.
Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. The biggest challenge I've had to date.
Randy Orton lining
Not counting tape delay, Bayley and Sasha second reign was 96 days.
McIntyre just saved himself.
Yeah, it was a good reign. Like I said, honestly, they've had one of the better reigns since bringing back the women's tag titles.
But for the RKO, hold on a second. Drew McIntyre retains against the Legend Killer.
There's no way Randy Orton is just gonna let this one go. So mate, if you want to get in the ring with Drew McIntyre, that's fine. I'll kick your damn head off, and I'll send your ass to Claymore Country.
For the longest time, I have done what I want to do. When I want to do it. To whomever I want to do it to.
I'm gonna double check everything. That's good. That's good. And we're circling. Cool. I will be right back, gentlemen. I'm gonna get something to drink.
Well, let me remind you exactly who the hell I am. I am Randy Orton, the Legend Killer.
Greetings and salutations, Mr. Orton. My name is Keith Lee.
The man with no limits.
And I have come here to offer you this spectacular opportunity, this privilege.
This man is for sure to take with some wings.
And
no, Angel. Come here.
In my glory.
Debuting Limitless Keith Lee will go one-on-one with the Legend Killer.
Well, here's a little interesting factoid. This was the first.
It had to be that quick to come back.
This was the first pay-per-view that the U.S. title changed hands on since Extreme Rules of last year.
Cool. All these fun facts. Thank you, Nick.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, fun facts, and Mo's just here to make sure James Ellsworth is revealed as the hacker.
Well, that's not all. I have one of my facts. I have a fact for you guys. Did you know that the Viper is a snake?
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah. Most people don't know that.
They are very fearful this could be a skull fracture, which could mean bleeding in the brain.
Nope, it was not a skull fracture. They confirmed on pre-show it was a hairline fracture on his jaw.
And I just watched my friend get loaded into an ambulance. I know that Drew McIntyre.
I am stressed out about this match, man.
Okay, but Randy
I just enjoy it.
I can't say.
It's gonna
bask in it.
For him.
Bask in its glory.
Like, I'm not even taking bets if the theme they're using is his. Let's see.
I've actually met Keith Lee in person.
Yeah, still using generic motherfucking theme. Holy shit. Okay.
The following contest is scheduled for
Okay.
Introducing first, from Wichita Falls, Kansas, weighing in at 300.
What's with the Broly gear?
Dude, it is way fucking better than last Monday's.
Trying to think what, if anything, is this paying homage to.
One of the many video games or anime he loves.
Well,
he's got the Saiyan pads.
Yeah, he's Broly. He's being Broly. He's got the little fur thing bottom.
Go your bed.
Yeah, so Keith Lee's being Broly. That's appropriate.
On Monday Night Raw, the former NXT North American champion, former
Still
NXT
don't.
champion, went straight to the top of the mountain. Went straight
Come on, guys. Just give him a better theme. Shit.
Sometimes that's how you need to write music.
I mean, the outfit, okay. Okay.
He's a legendary Super Saiyan.
Yeah, man. Love the Broly knot. Oh, okay. He's not wearing the skirt. Yes. Sorry to spoil that, Nick.
It's called a kilt.
He's not wearing the kilt.
Is in my head.
Okay. Still need to work on the theme. Still need to work on the theme. But the outfit's much improved. Okay. So when he said, like, don't worry on Twitter, I guess everybody should have believed in him, you know?
Trust in a limitless one.
Yeah. It does suck a bit that he's also wear the Under Armour shirt.
Of those kicks to the skull, Drew McIntyre has a hairline jaw fracture, which frankly, based on the diagnosis we suspected Monday, is a positive sign. But does Keith Lee, Joe, understand the man he's stepping in the ring with?
You know, one wonders, you know, one of the criticisms about Keith Lee is maybe this guy's a little bit too nice. Maybe he cares a little bit too much about the meta, about his fellow
Voices in my head, they talk to me, they understand.
But where I still enjoy his first thing. I still really enjoy it. I know he doesn't like it, but I enjoy it.
Hey, nothing you can say.
Nothing's gonna I also love the Rated RKO version too.
Oh, the remix.
Yeah, that was really good. It's one of the better tag team remix themes.
We got 3 more matches.
Yeah.
This past Monday night on Raw, Drew McIntyre in Orton's eyes offered Orton a pity rematch.
So since we're halfway at the halfway point, folks, oh guys, fellas, whatever you like you want to call. What have you thought of the show? Since we're at that more or less the halfway point.
It's been good so far. Like the matches have been good. There hasn't been really a bad match on the show.
Yeah, like I mean, the only match where I'm like, it was fine was like Corbin Riddle. Because we saw Nick's getting what he loves, more Corbin rivalry.
I think Keith Lee is very well aware of the magnitude of this matchup against the 13
I mean, that's what the WWE Universe asked for.
Okay, please.
So here we go.
Please.
Keith Lee's first
You guys want to know the match?
match.
You guys want to know the match time so far?
WWE. Keith Lee versus
shoot.
Randy Orton.
Riott Squad IIconics was 9 minutes. Ashley Cruz was 9 minutes 30 seconds.
A number of days now to prepare
Big E
for
Sheamus was 12 minutes 20
and the question
seconds.
coming into this matchup, Joe, is
Riddle
what is
Corbin
Randy
was
Orton gonna
10
do
minutes
with that
55 seconds.
freakish athletic
And the women's
ability
tag team
of
match
the
was 10 minutes
anomaly
20
that
seconds.
is known as Keith Lee.
You know, I'll give credit to IIconics. It was 9 minutes, but it felt longer. I mean, in a good way, it felt longer. Like, in a good way, it felt longer.
Once he gets moving, it's hard to stop the big man.
Oh! 250 pounds of Orton means 340 of Keith Lee. The eyes of Keith Lee.
I know they're going to give a lot of time to the main event. That match probably go 30 minutes.
Keith Lee. Oh, and a crossbody flattens Orton. Keith Lee does what men his size are not supposed to do.
That's more of a cross Buick.
Keith Lee can move.
I love that. Fucking Joe. This is a crossbody and more of a cross Buick.
Watch this again. Ridiculous.
That is not a crossbody that you ever want to take.
What we saw on Monday night.
Yeah.
You're sensing
That's like taking a Mack truck spear.
That's a match I like to see. Also, Keith Lee versus Samoa Joe.
One day, Nick. One day. Eventually.
Who I am? My name is Randy Orton. I am the legend. And I demand your
Yeah, I think Lashley is going to be again.
He did not just slap this man. He did not just chop this man.
Randy Orton is starting to ignite.
Oh, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Come on.
Do not piss off the legendary Super Saiyan.
Oh, the engine's starting to steam.
Oh, and Orton's just trying to get a fix on
Legend, he's limitless. Oh, yes. Such an amazing name for it, too.
And all of a sudden, Randy Orton, is in a world of hurt. And Keith Lee can drop bombs from that position. Now Lee in a tussle here with Orton in the corner. Shoulder
yeah, I think it's awesome. They kept calling his finisher Spirit Bomb.
Yeah.
That keeps the nod to Dragon Ball.
Hoisted up the 340-pounder Lee. Case in point, Joe.
Love the fucking Broly nod, man. Only in... You know Xavier Woods is probably going to comment on that.
Yeah, why is Xavier been on Talking Smack? Wasn't he supposed to be the host?
I didn't read it, but there was a reason, apparently. I wasn't able to read it. I haven't read it yet. There's a reason.
Apart the limitless one. Randy Orton obviously
well, assume they want him back in the ring first.
Oh, the point of putting him on a talk show so he can do it while he's healing.
I mean, we're getting close to him being fully recovered, right?
I think so. He's been out for a while.
Has he been like out for like close to a year now?
He got defeated. He was defeated.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him in the ring by the end of the year.
Well, Kofi's also shouldn't be out too much longer.
Yeah, Kofi. I feel Kofi's was a bit more kayfabe, just so they can move forward the Big E push.
Randy Orton is always dangerous, and what he's doing to Keith Lee in the middle of this ring is evidence of that.
So you've been in the ring with both Lee and Orton. What does Randy have to do to keep Lee slowed down?
Once again, you are staring at it in the middle of this ring. And
They brought up
something about Keith Lee.
Joe's pass with Lee.
Maybe 80 pounds of Randy Orton, yet I still might give him the speed advantage in this contest.
It's fascinating what Lee can do in the ring, but Orton, the savvy veteran, nearly 20 years of experience in WWE. And Keith Lee, these big shots right to the ribs. And you could see Lee pop right back up after that one. Oh, an elbow by Lee. Heads up on the move. Oh my God, and Orton launched out of the ring.
Yeah, it's 20 years if you count his time in developmental, but he's only been on the main roster. Randy Orton's only been on Raw and SmackDown since 2002.
What's the impact again? Boom! Orton standing dead center of the ring. And now it's Keith Lee, who returns to take a little bit of
Boom. The best will still be when he launched Adam Cole into the crowd.
I still love that because that was literally out of nowhere. It's like, woo, flies into the crowd.
Well, it's going to take all the audacity in the world to beat Randy Orton.
You know what I don't think I've seen in a while is the announce table being completely taken out.
I thought that happened at SummerSlam last week.
Did it happen during the Wyatt Strowman
That's the veteran experience on display of Randy Orton, always knowing his location and how to utilize the ring to his advantage.
God, it's weird is when Orton shaves, he fucking looks. His face still looks like
Randy Orton is not
fucking all the way back.
Yeah, Orton doesn't really age much.
Yeah, it's not until he has like a beard or something that you can really see it. How many kids does he have? I know it's a random question, but I just thought about that. I think he has like 2 or 3 kids.
Look at the friend Wikipedia.
Come on.
Oh, Keith Lee, this is not
He
the
has
introduction
2.
we wanted to the WWE.
Okay.
Oh, going for the RKO, Keith Lee. Oh, look at the strength. Look at the
God damn. Spirit bomb.
Covered. And Keith Lee has beaten Randy Orton.
Here is your winner, Keith Lee.
Unbelievable top thriller. Keith Lee with the spirit from out of nowhere.
I'm in disbelief, and we knew coming
Keith Lee won clean.
Dude, he fucking deadlifted fucking Orton into that shit.
See, Kristen, you were worried about nothing. I told you Vince McMahon likes Keith Lee.
You know, I still have every right to be worried. Should I bring up the previous NXT call-ups?
Yeah, but Vince wasn't as high on them as he is Keith Lee. Because Vince McMahon wanted Keith Lee on the main roster.
Angel, it's okay, it's okay. Limitless No, go back to your bed, Angel. Go back to bed. Back to your bed.
Randy Orton tonight at Payback.
Music, please. Up with the music, guys. Please.
The sooner you accept it, the sooner.
No, I will never accept it. I will never accept it. I will accept Apollo Cruz's new theme more than Keith Lee's, the 3/4 of Keith Lee's new theme.
So,
alright.
So Keith Lee won clean, and where does that put him in WWE title contention?
I don't know.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Paul, is it safe to assume that Roman has signed his contract?
It's
and will we compete
Paul Heyman.
Oh, ye of little faith.
I gotta admit, I love that.
Scared him.
Made Orton still like a dominant threat to like McIntyre, but still showed how powerful Keith Lee is.
Roman Reigns guaranteed he will be in the triple threat match, wreck everyone and leave, and he shall. And Roman Reigns offered not a prediction, but a spoiler. He will leave this evening as the Universal Champion. And you can believe that. In fact, you can believe me.
Yeah. So,
satisfied?
Spoiler prediction has only been wrong once.
Yeah.
Well, we've seen for years with the guarantees of Paul Heyman mean here in WWE, but we believe Roman Reigns, the Fiend, and the Monster later on tonight. The triple threat.
You know what? I feel like I've gotten all my predictions right too, and there's no way to prove me otherwise.
No, wait, I said Lee. Yeah, I said in my heart I was going to choose Keith Lee. No, I chose Keith Lee. So far, I've been on a roll. So far, I've been on a roll.
Let me see how I'm doing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm on a roll too.
The Mysterio family tonight, father and son, team together once more to try and eradicate.
Yeah, next two match. Yeah, I picked the Mysterios to win this. And the main event, I want the Fiend to win, but I think it might be Reigns.
End my career. Has a role to play in the greater good.
The greater good.
You terrorize my family. Beg for mercy for your son. You crossed every line.
It's always for the greater good, Kristen.
The greater good.
I had no choice in making sacrifices necessary for the greater damn good.
The greater.
The greater good that you fight for is for yourself. You make excuses for the ungodly things that you do.
Yeah.
At SummerSlam.
That was nice. That was such a nice win. Because they're like, watch, Orton's gonna fucking kick out or some shit like Reigns did. It's like, nope, you won. I'm like, okay, cool. So happy. So happy I stuck with my faith in Lee.
It is Dominik Mysterio's first ever WWE match as he competes in a street.
So we all said the Mysterios. No. Did all of us say Mysterios to win this one?
But
I did.
I need you to promise me.
I believe so.
Get involved.
Rey Mysterio's wife Angie looking on backstage.
Oh yeah, and that gear that Rollins was wearing, it was
Halloween Havoc.
Yeah.
Sorry, I watched a million reviews say, yeah, it's a Halloween Havoc outfit. It's like, oh, okay, cool.
I believe I was right about that as well.
I can't wait for Ray to start yelling in this match. Where the fuck is Angie? Where the fuck is Angie?
Rightfully so. Rey Mysterio couldn't take it anymore. And Seth Rollins all over Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio is amped up to the rope.
Like one review I love the name they have for what was it, Murphy and Rollins, the Messiah Maniacs.
I feel like that would work for everyone that isn't Rollins, but if he, you know, gets his stable of people back, I could see that being something, but it just seems kind of weird if you do what Nick does and apply logic to these situations.
Oh yeah, and the reason I keep on doing this with my glasses is this is an old pair of glasses because my old ones got destroyed yesterday. Got completely destroyed a couple of days ago, actually a couple of days ago. So I have to go with my old pair, and there's a tiny bit of Scotch tape holding, like packaging tape holding them together. So that's why they're kind of tilted when I leave them. So that's why I keep on having to adjust them. I can't get new ones until I get my prescription updated. So I haven't been to the eye doctor in like over a year. You can't see it, but Angel's on my lap right now. Because she's wanting attention. wanting back in my room, so. I see he's wearing his wife's coat again.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall.
I think it fits really well with this character.
It does. I know it does. I just like cracking on it.
So pretentious. Looks like Craven the Hunter.
Seth Rollins is the man who punctured the eye of Rey Mysterio, forced the globe luxation injury.
Seth Rollins
by Rey Mysterio, then defeated Rey's son Dominik last Sunday at SummerSlam in a street fight. Rollins looking to do away with the Mysterios once and for all tonight here at Payback, and then also tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw as Rollins goes one-on-one with Rey Mysterio.
Now, history has shown us that Seth Rollins will stop at nothing to do what he has to do.
And a reminder tonight,
sometimes it is really hard to tell that's the Amway Center, you know?
The WWE Network. Don't miss WWE the day of SummerSlam 2015.
Well, I mean, unless you like have been backstage or like you work there, I feel like you're not gonna really be able to tell a stadium apart from another.
Yeah.
That's because they changed. They put the stands closer to the ring. Six-1.
And their opponents from San Diego, California, the team of Dominik and Rey
Mysterio.
Another opportunity for
what you gonna do in it?
To wipe out the Messiah and the Disciple. It was this past Monday night on Raw. Their first opportunity, Rey and Dominik, to go up against Rollins and Murphy was spoiled by an attack.
Rollins' Rey's eye gonna be damaged.
So they come up with a reason to stop him.
But tonight's show is a chance for the Mysterios to relish in that moment.
I bet you though he can still see through this kind of material.
Probably.
It's an athlete day night. Tonight is Payback, and the Mysterios couldn't look for anything else but Payback when it comes to Seth Rollins.
And Byron, you mentioned the smile, and look how confident and cocky Seth Rollins looks here as this match is about to get underway because, as I just mentioned, for months this year, Rollins has dominated and tormented both Rey and Dominik Mysterio. Wait a minute, and Dominik Mysterio out of the gates.
God damn.
Mysterio's had a plan. Dominik went after Rollins.
I have to admit, I thought Rey was going to start, but Dominik hot out the gate.
And Joe, it is that anticipation that the Mysterios knew. Whoa, man. Dominik Mysterio all over both the Monday Night Messiah and the Disciple early.
I'll tell you, Dominik Mysterio continues to wow me.
Ooh.
Hey,
whoa.
Wait.
Give
it to me. Let me have it. Let's go, guys. Tag me. Let's go.
Seth Rollins apparently wants Dominik Mysterio.
He said, enjoy yourself.
Right. And Joe, this is brilliant by the Mysterios early off the opening bell. You've got Rollins and Murphy off their game.
It's beyond brilliant. And let me explain to you why. I mean, you know, when it comes to Seth Rollins, he likes to plan out his moves. He likes to control what's going on in the ring. And coming out and add that little chaos at the beginning, that throws anybody off the play.
Kick right to the midsection of Dominik Mysterio, who's competing in his second ever match in WWE. We cannot understate that enough. Mysterio, Joe,
no, it's his third match.
Street fight last Sunday.
It's technically his third match.
Right now,
or did they forget the match on Raw?
Second one never really had a conclusion.
Yeah, but it was technically a match. So they just fucked up. It's technically his third match in WWE. Yeah, that second one ended in no contest, but still.
Apparently this is not what Seth Rollins expected.
Joe, you said it just a matter of moments ago. Rollins likes to have a plan. He has always been in control throughout this rivalry. There's a reason he's been called the architect throughout his career. And now Murphy, legal into the matchup against Dominik Mysterio, and Dominik showing what he's capable of. Dominik Mysterio is all over Murphy, and what a plan this has been by the Mysterio family. In comes Rey.
And I don't think Rollins and Murphy were expecting this.
Oh, side rush and leg sweep with a low drop kick. Great teamwork by
Looks like, oh yeah, I just noticed that too. It looks like Dominik got rid of that goofy hoodie he had on last time. It's like he got rid of it.
Feeling for Ray to see his son standing next to him side
That
by
was a
side,
goofy.
fighting a good fight.
The hoodie was supposed to kind of represent Ray's mask.
Yeah, but it's just...
Like if it was one of those zip up masks and he actually wore it, then that would be cool.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins tags himself back into this matchup.
The talk is that eventually they're gonna have Dominik wearing masks and go by the name Prince Mysterio.
Be careful what you wish for, Ray. Take your best shot.
Oh, and look at Rey Mysterio going out to ask him twice. Rollins and Mysterio, they've been going at each other for months now on Monday Night Raw. Rollins trying to remove Mysterio from his vision for the greater good.
The greater good.
Too much pride you are dealing with, Seth Rollins, when you talk about the Mysterio legacy, the Mysterio family. Oh! Now into a cover, Rey Mysterio couldn't put away Rollins.
So Ray's costume makes me think of Ultimo Dragon.
Mysterio's from the word go that is throwing Rollins and Murphy off their game plan. Oh,
Feels like one of his more classic costumes.
And Rey Mysterio writhing in agony.
Seems like now that might be the opening for Seth Rollins and Murphy to establish their own game plan in this matchup.
Up we go again.
And Rollins using his power advantage here against Rey Mysterio. Now a tag made to Murphy. I don't know if Ray's aware. Oh, he did take out Murphy.
Well scouted by Rey Mysterio.
Oh, Mysterio saying stay down. Rollins calling for the disciple.
Oh!
Perfect execution. Murphy and Rollins working in perfect synchronization.
That's that special relationship between Messiah and disciple.
Oh, former Raw Tag Team Champions at one point.
The unyielding loyalty that the disciple Murphy has to Seth Rollins.
And Murphy slides inside the ring, hook to the leg on Rey Mysterio and a kick out. We've seen how Murphy, Byron, has become emboldened over the last few months. We saw how he, at the order of Seth Rollins, punctured the eye of Aleister Black.
It was almost like a career-defining moment in the eyes of Seth Rollins for Murphy.
Saw how Black unraveled this past week on Raw, but right now it's all about
Seth Rollins, and don't call him Buddy Murphy.
Buries his shoulder into Rey Mysterio.
That's your buddy, guy. That's your guy, friend.
And Seth
friend,
Rollins
buddy.
is enjoying this.
A tag made, back in comes Murphy, and Joe, now you have to wonder, the early strategy of the Mysterios, was it enough to get past the mind of Rollins?
Well, apparently not, Tom. I mean, as I'm seeing this match unfold right now, the strategies, it's not working anymore. Oh, look at the taunting.
No, please, come on. Quit it.
What Seth Rollins and Murphy love to do. We saw it at SummerSlam. We've seen it week after week. The tormenting, the threats, the taunting.
Waving at Dominik. Rollins going after Dominik's father. Mysterio got out of the corner.
Nice.
Face first into the canvas goes Murphy. That time the taunting.
Keith Lee Orton was only 6 minutes 40 seconds, if not longer.
The tag in his son.
See what I mean? Some of the matches have been short, but they've been worthwhile, you know? Short but sweet. Oh. Nice Falcon Arrow.
Yeah, so far the longest match was Big E Sheamus.
Really? You know, it's sad. It kind of felt like
I
that.
respect the fearless nature of Dominik Mysterio, but it almost cost Dominik Mysterio a matchup.
I have a feeling this the main event will be longer.
Oh yeah, the main event's next. I forgot about that. God damn, we're almost already done with this.
Even more frustrated by the week that he can't put the Mysterio family behind him.
Yeah, 2 hours have already passed by.
Seth Rollins is at maximum frustration when it comes to the Mysterio family. No matter what he's done, no matter the torture, the agony that he's put this family through, they keep standing up and they keep coming after him.
Because there is so much pride in the Mysterio name. Listen, you're talking about a 30-plus year career for Rey Mysterio, and now his son Dominik trying to follow in his footsteps. You're not going to eradicate, you're not going to destroy the Mysterio name that easily.
And Murphy, snap suplex into the cover, hand in the face of Dominik, and a kick out. Now Murphy, abdominal stretch here, center of the ring. Remember how both Murphy and Rollins unleashed.
Oh, curious. What would you guys name? Because I know Big E's been doing it a lot more often lately. What would you call Big E's motor muffler submission? Stretch muffler. Sorry, stretch muffler submission.
Muffler.
Sorry.
Let's call it the motor muffler.
No. What would you guys call it? Knowing Big E.
In this match, essentially half blind. So how much is the torture? Oh, it's the street fight where Ray was handcuffed to the ring and to watch his son be dissected by Rollins. How much is that bothering Ray in this match?
The physical
pancake.
watching a street fight is one thing, but
the
emotional trauma of sitting there watching your son being
look at that six.
unconscious by another man while you're handcuffed mercilessly to a ring. I mean, it's something that sticks in your head for a while.
No, wait, seven. I just got it now. Seven. I don't know. Pancake sounds like more of what they would call the big ending if they change the name of it.
No, big ending's fine.
Picking apart Dominik Mysterio, and all Rey Mysterio, his father, can do right now is just watch.
These are the sick games we play.
Come on, Dom. You want to dance with the big boys?
His original name was Big E Langston.
Yeah, I remember. Trust me, I was there. When Antonio Cesaro just became Cesaro.
Yeah, Langston sounds like he should be a cowboy. He's from Texas. I'm Big E Langston.
Now, if he ever turns heel, you should just use the name Langston.
This is why it's dangerous.
Rollins signaling Murphy, the official, trying to corral
Langston.
Murphy was trying to do damage.
Nice.
To the legal member of the Mysterio family team. Oh, Rollins into the barricade.
Rollins sure does love that barricade.
For himself. He's got to get in the ring and make the tag. But he's a long ways away. But luckily, Murphy and Rollins down near the barricade.
On that daylight, young man.
Dominik's got to crawl to the corner.
I forgot to tell you that too. My brother found that baffling too last week with the chair that just flew across the ring when Dominik threw into the ring. He was like, "What the hell was up with that thing?"
And Rollins kicked off, and now into the corner. Tag made. Here comes Ray. And Rey Mysterio's been dying for this opportunity.
Whoop.
Rey Mysterio on the move. And
comes Ray.
Opposite side. Rey Mysterio knows this is the chance for himself and Dominik to win this. And if he's going to do it by himself, that's what Rey Mysterio is going to do. Face first into the top turnbuckle.
Yeah, WWE said that described Rey Mysterio as the greatest cruiserweight of all time.
Really?
Beautiful cover on Rollins and a kick out. Rey Mysterio cannot let up. You know the window of opportunity is very small.
Yeah, in terms of influence, yeah, I definitely feel with Rey Mysterio and Jushin Thunder Liger.
Yeah.
Mysterio at this point, but look at this setup now.
You ready? Let's take a trip down to San Diego, gentlemen.
Heads up. Went for the 619.
Oh man, someone's getting set up.
Mo, you mentioned Ultimo Dragon. A few weeks ago, Ultimo Dragon was actually on Chris Jericho's podcast talking about his career. Go and check that out.
Nice.
Murphy just saved Seth Rollins.
Yeah, Ultimo Dragon was one WWE dropped the ball on.
Baiting Murphy in the corner. Great job by Dominik.
Well, I mean, quite a few of the WCW cruiserweights, like the mass cruiserweights, they didn't really take advantage of, whether or not they were actually in the organization or if they had the chance to get them and didn't, but it's just like Ray is the most prominent.
They had Juventud Guerrero, Super Crazy, and Psychosis. They made him the Mexicools, which is a little funny.
In this deeply personal conflict.
Here come down the Juan Deere lawnmowers.
Yeah.
It was stupid. But the Hoovy getting a couple cruiserweight title reigns out of it.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins.
Yep.
And now Murphy Starting to come to life on the outside. Same side as Dominik. Back here screaming.
The bombs are flying.
Dominik and Murphy. Ray and Rollins in the ring.
It's a battle of attrition inside and out of the ring.
And this
oh man, what could possibly be on that thing that Murphy left?
Great wherewithal by Rey Mysterio to take out Murphy, but now turning his attention back on Rollins.
And now Rey Mysterio climbing to the top turnbuckle. Two legal superstars.
Oh, that was clever.
And now Rollins with a kick to the face. Could this be
Ooh, yeah.
the Mysterio legacy?
That's a jumping code breaker to the sternum.
Kick out by Ray.
Makes me think of, in context of the WWE 2K games, Rollins just used like an aerial finisher or reversal.
Double knees to the midsection of Dominik off the frog splash. Watch this one more time. Boom! This kick connecting.
Rollins can get pretty damn high.
Seth Rollins, can he close out this match now at Payback?
Like I still remember one of the greatest RKOs of all time. When the curb stop, Orton launched him in the air and hit him with the RKO.
He's gonna do it himself. Put Rey Mysterio down all by himself.
Rollins was able to stomp out Dominik Mysterio at SummerSlam. Trying to do it to Rey Mysterio. Now Ray.
A curb stomp.
Oh, Ray was trying to catch Rollins face first into the canvas. Now the cover by the Monday Night Messiah. Broken up by Dominik.
Where did Dominik come from?
Where did he come from?
Rollins thought he was all alone with Rey Mysterio, but Dominik in at the last moment to protect his father.
Dominik tried to dispose of Murphy, who's got a hold.
Oh, and Murphy able to slow up Dominik long enough. The two illegal superstars in this match, Dominik and Murphy on the outside.
That's Rollins and Murphy trying to make sure that Dominik is no longer a factor in this match.
And now Rey Mysterio, who's taken a lot of punishment in this match. Rollins focusing in.
I just knows that Murphy and Rollins are wearing matching gear.
Yeah, I noticed that earlier when they both had Dominik in the ring.
When Dominik trying to eliminate Dominik, they weren't done yet. Rollins teeing off on Rey Mysterio into the barricade on the other side of the ring. And now both superstars back inside before the referee's a count of 10.
This is not a good scene at all. A vulnerable Rey Mysterio, Dominik out of the equation.
Where's your son now, Ray? Reach for it. Where's your family now, Ray? Where's Angie, huh?
Where the fuck is Angie?
Rollins is ready to end this.
Kick him in the head.
Tag made. Murphy's legal. Rey Mysterio's helpless. Oh, wait a minute! Rollins! Murphy kicked Rollins out!
Mysterio used Rollins' momentum against him.
Murphy's legal. Rey Mysterio's legal. And now Ray. Oh, look out!
Here we go!
Tag made. Dominik's back up. Dominik's back up.
Well, the traffic's heavy on the 5.
That was weird.
That was kind of weird, yeah, I know.
That looked more like Murphy betrayed Rollins in an accident.
Dominik Mysterio going up.
Oh, nice.
To the top.
619.
Cover. The Mysterios win.
Frog splash. 1, 2, 3. Zeros win. Yay! So yeah, they're doing Rollins Ray tomorrow, so Ray can get the pin on Rollins since Dominik got the win over Murphy here.
Yeah.
After months of torture, the Monday Night Messiah and the
They've been hinting some dissension between Murphy and Rollins because Murphy was hesitant about attacking Aleister Black.
Who would secure the pinfall victory?
Ooh, Rollins is pissed.
course, he got kicked in the face.
Obviously, Seth Rollins not too happy over the result.
Pissed.
Yeah.
But what a moment.
CrossFit Jesus is not happy.
CrossFit Jesus is not amused.
And that allowed the Mysterios to take over. Hey, Mysterio disposing of Seth Rollins.
Oh, I see. It was supposed to be Ray being thrown in the corner, but Ray reversed it. That makes more sense.
Dominik Mysterio coming up big, and at the same time, the disciple appears to have failed the Monday Night Messiah. Pride in your family name and your family legacy can go a long way. And tonight, it is on display for the Mysterio family. The question is, tomorrow night on Raw, can Rey Mysterio exact his measure of vengeance as Rey Mysterio goes one-on-one with Seth Rollins tomorrow night on Raw? Tonight is Payback. The Mysterios are victorious.
Nice.
Let's go!
All right. And one more match.
Yep. Are we missing a match? I feel like we're missing a match.
No.
Tonight only, buy one team and get one for $1 and save big on championship titles. Only at WWEshop.com.
This is the goal Drew McIntyre has been looking for well over a decade.
The train hasn't even left the station.
And there is MVP Shelton Benjamin and the brand new United States champion Lashley of the Hurt Business. Big night for MVP's crew.
Business is good. What a dominant performance by the brand new United States champion. Congratulations to Bobby Lashley.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you just saw it moments ago. The next time we join you on pay-per-view on the WWE Network, 4 weeks from tonight with Clash of Champions.
They're giving themselves, I love that, they're giving themselves a whole fucking month, pretty much, to go, okay.
Has been the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, and Braun Strowman back and forth, a rivalry that can't seem to be solved. Maybe tonight we'll find the end of the issue.
Yeah, the brand new Universal Champion now is the Fiend, but, well, we found out that there's a new entry into the title picture. His name's Roman Reigns, the Big Dog.
The Big Dog.
This is
the Fiend, the
anywhere.
monster,
the Fiend,
the Big Dog.
Strowman for the Universal title.
Big Dog.
He's a new nickname. I hope Roman has like new entrance music. He's finally dropped the Shield music.
You and I both know that's not going to happen. It's WWE. That's not going to happen.
Roman Reigns,
the guy with the giant fist.
Why won't you stop? Sister Abigail! Another Sister Abigail! The Fiend.
Why won't you tie?
Again. Oh my God, it's Roman Reigns! Where the hell did he come from? Spare us, Strowman! You ain't a monster unless I'm here! We said SummerSlam! You'll never see it coming! We never saw this coming!
Oh, I love this. This is Bully Ray's response to the Lee Orton match. To everyone who was complaining for the past 15 minutes on Twitter, not me, him, about Keith Lee's gear music, he just beat Orton clean as fuck in the middle. Enjoy the rest of Payback. I gotta admit, he is kind of right.
I have a mission for you. And this mission will take you into the presence of all three individuals in that triple threat, no holds barred matchup for the Universal Championship in Payback. So
Vince has still got it.
I need their signature.
I am always willing to admit there are times where Vince still has tiny moments of brilliance. But no, I said the word tiny.
Look, everyone! It's Postman Pierce!
Postman. Hoping I could get you to sign this for the food.
But, God damn it! I'd rather go back to NWA right now than deal with a demonic presence living in a funhouse.
Well, he's retired anyways.
You also visit Braun Strowman.
I did love what they did with Strowman. Because he asked Gulak. The guy asked Gulak. He goes to Cool and said, grabs a steel chair, and nonchalantly walks over and just hits Strowman with a steel chair to get his attention.
And then he tosses the Pierce, trying to make it like he did it.
Yeah.
And then Strowman was actually used common sense, like, no, Gulak.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Roman? Oh, thank God. I've been looking for it. I was worried I wasn't going to get your signature on the contract for...
I have noticed, like, since
Yes, sir.
Since the COVID thing started, the backstage producers have been more on-screen characters.
Yeah.
I guess because they don't really have general managers, so they need some sort of authority there.
Fix the changes that we need. And I'm telling you right now, I will be at Payback on Sunday. That is a promise. I will be in the triple threat match, wreck everyone and leave. That is a guarantee. And I will win my Universal Championship. That is not just a prediction. That's a spoiler.
When was... Fuck. Man, it's been a while since he was Universal Champion.
Yeah, it has been a while. Let's see. He relinquished it on October 22nd, 2018.
The following contest is a
it's been close to 2 years. I didn't know that.
Triple threat
I think hearing that, if he becomes Universal Champion, I'll go, okay, cool. It's like,
look, I don't mind him getting the belt back eventually, just not at the Fiend just one. Someone didn't comb their hair today. You're glad that you're our friend, and this is a friendship that'll never ever end.
That's cool how they do that with the crowd too. You see this slowly deteriorating. One of these days, I would love to hear an interview with Bray Wyatt, just to hear the thought process going into creating this character.
left for the Fiend to try to get revenge on.
Okay. What was that?
So who else is left for the Fiend to get revenge on? Oh shit!
I mean, I don't know.
Where's Roman?
Good reason. Strowman is furious.
That's the question. But where is Roman? Did he sign the contract?
Here's the cover by Strowman for the Universal Championship and a kick out from the Falls Count Anywhere chaotic matchup at SummerSlam. There's no way Strowman or the Fiend are even close to 100%.
If he signed the contract, what was in it?
Take advantage of a weakened Fiend, if
What
that's even
changes were
possible.
made?
And Strowman
You can't
with
ring the
right hands
bell when
and
all the
headbutts
competitors
in
aren't out there.
A monster among men, men in the middle of the ring.
I think he's gonna show up.
Just steal the belt.
Nick, you and me are going to have a wrestling match next Saturday on pay-per-view because I'm sick of you injecting so much logic into all of these matches.
I accept your challenge, and it'll be in a logic match. Rules to be determined.
Damn it.
TBD on that. TBD on that, yeah. TBD on those rules.
Fiend gonna pursue the challenger. This is a Universal Championship match. The Fiend now going right after Strowman, and now Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman with the Fiend, delivering a knee now. And the Fiend fighting back. And Strowman bounced off the apron. These two titans might destroy everything in the Thunderdome. And now the Fiend slamming Strowman through the table.
These two forgot to just beat each other up for Roman to come and pick their bones.
There you go, Mo. You got what you wanted.
I'm so satisfied now. That table is gone.
Oh!
Nope.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Nothing is safe. No
I told you Alexa Bliss
gotta
was
stop
gonna...
making. You gotta stop making that sound.
I'm sorry, okay? Nick's on a delay. I can only make so much response.
But that
I have to use
sound.
something. Oh! Yeah.
There's the mallet! He's brought his mallet back.
Brought the mallet back. Mo's just looking at me pissed. I'm sorry, okay? Just threw a fucking chair. What the fuck, man?
When's the last time you used the mallet? Was it against Cena?
Brilliant strategy.
No, it was oh god, it was that. It was that false last man standing match, wasn't it? At Crown or Showdown? No, it was at Crown. I don't remember, man. I don't.
He didn't use it against Cena?
He used it. No, he used it against Rollins.
Strowman now, bang! What a clubbing blow to Wyatt right out of the steps. No holds barred for the Universal title. This is all perfectly legal, perfectly within the rules, but these two might destroy each other. Well, just like they've destroyed ringside already. And now Strowman with that huge mallet in his hand.
Oh no, Strowman's got the mallet.
And Fiend just trying to survive. Strowman just averted disaster for the moment. And Strowman driven up almost over the barricade. Ribs first into the barricade by the Universal
You don't use
Champion.
the Fiend's own mallet against him.
Another brawl, another hellacious battle between these two monsters. Look out! The Fiend, oh my God, the mallet! Right to the heart of Braun Strowman. Twisted. What could possibly be going on in the demented mind of the Fiend Bray Wyatt? His ghoulish screams filling the WWE Thunderdome right now. As eerie as they come out, continuing to punish Strowman face first off the steps. Oh, no. Oh, God, trying to rip his head off his shoulders.
The more Roman doesn't show up, the worse feeling I get.
Stop at nothing to leave Payback with his
The worst feeling you get?
as evidenced by this.
No, Angel, go back to bed.
Hey Mo, I'm having trouble hearing you.
I was saying Are you thinking
Strowman trying somehow to regroup, and who the hell knows what the Fiend's got, thoughts he's got going through his mind right now.
This match won't really matter?
No, it'll matter, but not the way I want it to.
And now using the steps to Strowman.
This has actually been a
very ouch
fine match on its own. Oh, I thought you were making more weird sounds about Alexa Bliss.
No. The steel stairs. But yeah, Alexa Bliss.
Oh.
Very recently. Oh. And now again, the attack to Strowman drives him to the barricade, and this fight.
You gonna call him Mr. F?
For the Universal
No,
Championship.
we are not doing full Joker.
Held by the Fiend, once held by Strowman.
Hopefully, don't do full Joker.
Dragging Strowman.
Never go full Joker.
She's done a lot of Harley Quinn related stuff for years, so it would fit.
The Fiend is stalking the monster among men. And again!
Where the hell is Roman Reigns?
This unholy entity with no intention of relinquishing his Universal Championship.
Snap his neck. Now it's nose hold bar. It's not falls count anywhere, so it has to end in the ring.
Yeah. It's weird because it's pretty much almost going shot for shot like almost like last week's match. Except with Wyatt being more dominant right now.
There's been some different spots.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Ron with a moment to recover.
Honestly, Roman could not even show up and I'd be perfectly fine.
And Fiend with a right hand battling back against Strowman as well. And now on the steel stage looking for Sister Abigail. Strowman with a headbutt able to block.
Monstrous right hand.
And now driving the Fiend off the stage. And Strowman following and landing his full body weight on top of the champion.
Ooh.
We anticipated chaos and destruction.
Yeah, saw that right off the stage.
Hell bent on
sorry, noisy.
Watch the collision.
Ow.
Driving his entire body through the Fiend.
Oh, the lights flicker. I thought something was going to happen.
It's miraculous that either of these two are able to withstand this sort of punishment, endure this much pain to this point.
Especially after what they went through.
If Roman shows up now and tries to win, it shouldn't count. Like, he didn't show up in the bell ring. He shouldn't be considered a competitor.
This is somehow worse than the devastation we saw at SummerSlam.
I mean, if he signed the contract before his match started, I mean, Heyman was saying, yeah, he did, so, I mean,
again, this is not false
kind of said, yeah, he did. He's being big about it again.
But however, the pinfall or submission has to take place inside the ring tonight.
He said that he would make an appearance.
Seems to be taking
yeah, but no, if you remember, in the promo package, he said he would make an appearance, he would show up at Payback, and he would become Universal Champion.
Strowman could be closing in on regaining
he said that in the promo package.
His mission nearing completion.
I don't believe that.
Here's Roman.
Well, you better believe that.
Strowman.
And we talk so much about the evil
suffering
doing.
Corey,
Braun Strowman as evil as they come.
Oh no.
Strowman. Oh my God, Braun Strowman's gonna head up. Is he headed up to the top rope?
Braun's got to put it
Moonsault
into
off
this
the top
somehow.
rope.
This'll do it.
And now the Fiend, as Strowman was struggling to get to the top rope, the Fiend, the Universal Champion, able to meet him there and counter. Now these two entities, these two monsters, climbing to the top of the ring.
There's a great deal of humanity on the ring ropes, even though neither of these are close to human.
Oh my goodness, the Fiend's got Strowman in position for a
Oh my God. They did that. I can't believe they did that. It's not like they've done it every fucking million times they've thrown a big guy off the top turnbuckle.
My God, it's broken in half.
They haven't done that since Strowman Big Show.
Yeah.
It's only the third time they've really done this in WWE history. Oh, fuck you, Roman. You wait until they're all beat down before you come out, coward.
What? Oh, fuck you.
You can't sign a contract during the match.
That's not how that works. That's not how any of that works.
The fact he didn't sign the contract before the bell rang. Well, the referee's out.
We're going with Nick on this.
There's no official.
About injecting logic.
Go and a new official heading down to the ring, covered out by Reigns. Hook of the leg on the feed.
There's no referee.
Reigns can't believe it. Gonna cover again.
Dude, just tripping in Strowman. Jesus.
First man to gain pinfall or submission wins the championship. Reigns not gonna try it on Strowman. Shoulders down, and again a kick out, this time by the monster.
Just spear one of them, you'll be fine.
Reigns figuring out, what do I do now? The Fiend
well, grab the steel chair you just threw out of the ring. That made no sense. Like, I brought the steel chair. I don't need the steel chair. Now I need the steel chair.
This is truly hell on earth. And Roman Reigns with a steel chair lighting up Strowman. Roman Reigns just mangling a steel chair over the body cover. Cover now on the monster. A hook of the leg on Strowman, who manages to kick out again. And Reigns can't believe it. Braun Strowman refusing to stay down. Almost baffled look on the
Roman,
face
you
of the
fought
big
these
dog.
two guys before. It's not going to be that easy.
Lansing back at Heyman. And again, we've got to acknowledge the official being overzealous. Starting the match. Mandible claw on Reigns. The Fiend on a low blow. Legal though. No holds barred. Big dog just crashed.
Yeah, get him, Fiend.
Side of the ring. There's no ring ropes to keep the
Oh, low blow. Cheap shot.
Wait, are you
The Fiend at the mandible claw locked in momentarily. Reigns with a low blow.
He used the mandible claw.
Just got a dose
it
of the
hurts.
devil for a moment. Strowman trying to struggle back to his feet. Roman Reigns lying in wait. And Reigns with a spear to Strowman. And the cover by Reigns.
Fiend, get up. Fiend, get
Reigns
up.
has won the Universal Championship.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Low blow, powerful than Fiend. Dun, dun. The low blow is more powerful than the Fiend. Dun, dun.
The Fiend wasn't pinned.
Yeah, but Nutshot pretty much did him in. Dun, dun, dun,
You kick anyone in the nuts, they'll knock you out of the ring.
But he's supposed to be a supernatural being. You think he have that section of his body secure?
Corey, what about the way that Reigns did this?
I'm sorry, that match sucked. I'm sorry, no offense. That match was bad.
No, the match was fine with Wyatt and Strowman, and then Roman ruined it.
It was almost the exact same match from last week.
No, it was. It had different spots.
Different spots, but it felt like it had almost the exact same structure. They fought for a
It's the
bit in
same
the
two
ring.
guys.
They did some damage to the table, came over to near the entrance, did some damage, came back, did some more damage to the ring.
Well, how do you
and
expect the
it's
match
shenanigans.
to go?
It wouldn't do the job in that instance, but the big dog persevered.
No, I don't see how signing a contract while the match is going on is legal.
Yeah, and that's the bullshit part, I think, as well. Is that he signed it during the match.
Which opened the door for this. A spear from
1,
Roman.
2, new champ.
Recapturing the Universal Champion.
Fuck
And
this.
what about this alliance with Reigns?
Congratulations, Roman. You got your title back in the most cowardly way
Dick
possible.
Kick City wins the end.
Payback here tonight. You have to admit, it's a tangible
not
feeling
making
in
it
the
seem
air.
like
It's a new era
you know,
of
a good
WWE.
guy.
The big dog is
Yeah, he's
back.
the guy.
It's the Roman Reigns era.
He's a bad guy.
And them's the... So that was WWE Payback 2020. And considering we had little to no build up for this one, good. Yeah, that's it. Good. It was above my expectations, to be honest. Definitely above my expectations. But so let's get into it. So first up, we had our pre-show match with the IIconics taking on the Riott squad, and I thought it was a good kickoff show match. Considering it was only 9 minutes, they told a good story in it. I thought there was that whole aspect of Liv thinking that Ruby betrayed her again, and then in the long run, it was just Liv realized that no, she's good people, so she took a chance and it worked out in the end. So, yeah, good stuff overall from all the competitors there. Thoughts for folks?
I mean, I thought that it was interesting to see like their first pay-per-view match together back, that they hinted at that already. It's just like, oh, and in a way it kind of subverted expectations, because everyone was just like, well, they've had their troubles before. Oh man, they're already gonna be against each other. Wow.
It ain't so.
But then it's like they overcome the odds, and friendship rules.
Friendship rules.
Because as we know from show and anime, friendship can overcome any obstacle.
Yes, and we'll get to that match in a couple down there in just a short time. Nick, any thoughts on the kickoff show match?
I mean, it was good. It told the story well. Riot Squad's now a trusting team. If Shayna and Nia are a face team, I don't know who their next challenge is going to be, but if they're heels, I can see the Riot Squad going for it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to see about that. But I will definitely see the Riot Squad go for the tag team titles.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. So next up, we got the United States Championship match as Apollo Crews defended against Bobby Lashley. So, yeah, I thought this was a good match. It was really nice that, Apollo Crews wasn't taken for a chump, in this match. He was really dominant in his fight against Lashley. I think, what was it? There was a couple of good spots overall. Like, I especially remember the one where Lashley just launches Crews into the turnbuckle post. And it's like, ooh, that's gotta hurt. But in the end, he gets caught in the full Lashley. Giggity. And, yeah, he's Lashley's new United States champion, a 2-time United States champion. Yep. And Crews shows up at the end. He goes to starts some stuff, manages to get some licks in, but then ultimately runs off and claims he will get his title back. Yeah, I thought it was a good match. Thoughts?
Yeah, it was a good match. I expected Lashley to win because they put Lashley to be such a dominating force, and Crews completely had humiliated him before in the build-up and aftermath SummerSlam, so the Hurt Business really needed a big win. So Lashley is champion. Obviously, they're going to have a rematch. Crews isn't done with them, but I don't think Crews is going to get it back. And I think they're going to move on to Bobby Lashley against someone like Keith Lee, which I'd like to see.
Ooh, we'll talk about that soon. But, well,
I think it was good. Good show of force. They're definitely not the kind of Hurt Business is definitely not the kind of group that really has to rely on underhanded tactics. They just go out and beat the ever-living crap out of people. I did like the end, though, not like the finish of the match, but where they, like, all the members of Hurt Business were up there, and MVP took the cameraman to do, like, the special shots of the new U.S. champion, which I feel like if they kind of have that as a running thing, that would be a nice touch to their to their gimmick.
Yeah,
How'd they do that effect with live television?
Nick, logic. Stop it.
No, I'm not saying logic. I'm actually curious how they did that.
Yeah, I forgot to bring up the photo shoot thing. That was freaking hilarious. That really was.
It could be like kiss cam kind of technology.
Yeah, true kiss cam technology. Next match was
kiss cam.
So the next match was Big E taking on Sheamus, and yeah, honestly I like this match. All the matches I liked. Yeah, it's really cool seeing like how much effort they're putting into Big E looking good. I mean, they still made Sheamus look amazing here. They still make it look good. I feel like this was a bit slow here and there, but overall I thought it was good. Sheamus fortunately meets his end with a big ending, or the pain cake as I like to call it now. But yeah. Clean one for Big E. Gets in Graves' face about letting him know, pretty much. So, no,
take him seriously.
Yeah, it was fine. If like I said, if I had criticism, it felt like more like a main event SmackDown match more than anything else.
That's not a bad thing.
Yeah, and that's not a bad thing. That's what it felt like for me.
Yeah,
so.
To quote DDP, that's not a bad thing. That is a good thing.
God damn, I gotta put down a shirt. You guys' thoughts on this match?
It was a good match. I liked it. It was a good showing for Big E to be taken seriously as a singles competitor, being a multi-time world champion in Sheamus. And let's see where Big E's next feud goes.
Mm-hmm. Mo?
I was disappointed. The main thing I was disappointed about was the fact that Sheamus didn't come out in his Rocky boxing promoter outfit, taking it off and blinding everyone with his pale body, and that's how his entrance went. But other than that, I feel like it was to be expected that Big E would come out on top because, like I said before, this doesn't seem like the kind of match where it's like the main focus is Sheamus and Big E. It's more to push Big E in the direction of, hey, he has this stuff to prove. He has to prove to everyone now that he can do things on his own, which I could see that being taken in a direction of obsession. So if Kofi and Xavier do end up coming back anytime soon, Big E still has that in his mind that he has to prove to everyone else that he's good as a singles competitor, which ends up taking him away from the New Day.
Yeah. So we see where they go with that, with the whole New Day, considering New Day is just like a very long-running stable in the company. So next up we got King Corbin versus Matt Riddle. And one of the weaker matches on the card.
Yeah.
I don't know. There were some good spots here and there. Like I said, I already said before, my favorite was just Corbin running right into that high kick from Riddle was one of my favorite parts of that match. Just it worked so beautifully, and Corbin sold it amazingly. But yeah, it sucks because knowing full well after the match that it was that Nick gets his favorite rivalry ever, the Corbin rivalries. So we're not done, not by a long shot, apparently. So I think that's why the match it was what it was. They're going to continue this feud for no discernible reason whatsoever. Thoughts, folks? Nick?
Yeah, I definitely think it was the weakest match on the card.
Yeah.
And it wasn't terrible. To me, it was an okay TV match. Not really a pay-per-view match. But if this had been the end of the feud, I would have liked it more. But since it's not, because Corbin feuds had to be forced to the ground.
Yeah.
I just hope it, please let this be the end on next Friday's SmackDown. Because both guys need to move on to somebody else.
Somebody needs to tell whoever writes for Corbin that. Really do. Mo, anything else to add?
I feel like the the adding, like during the commentary, they make mention of Corbin's boxing championship.
Oh, they mentioned it again? Crap, I don't have anything to drink to take a shot.
But I feel like it wasn't, like, if they were really going to play that up, then they should have made that kind of more of a focus of the match. Like, if it was going to be like boxing versus MMA and just a styles clash. But it wasn't, I know, it wasn't really, so it was kind of just like, whatever. But it was nice to see Matt Riddle in his first main roster pay-per-view match. And I would have enjoyed Corbin more if there was like dog food or some random bullshit involved in this match as well. But
give it time.
But I also know that you guys are like kind of comparing this to like TV caliber matches.
No, to be fair, I was comparing the Big E Sheamus one to that because that's what that felt like. But this one, I just felt like it just wasn't a good match in general.
Okay, because I was gonna say like it would be hard to call some of these matches like TV show caliber because it's like there's only been a week of build up technically for some of these, and then some of that build up and flow hasn't been going for as long as if it was like held, if Payback was held back to give it a suitable amount of time to where these were more of a focus, then I think it would have probably had more of an impact.
Okay.
Overall, the match was okay.
Yeah, match was okay overall. Yeah, actually, it's sad that you can expect more out of both of these competitors, and it didn't show here. So, but the rivalry is continuing, unfortunately, Nick. So, so next up, we got the Women's Tag Team Championship match. Jacks of Spades taking on Golden Role Models. So, yeah, I thought this was actually a pretty good match. I don't know, it just works so well. Like, I know we all love like taking a jab at Nia, but like even Nia put in a good effort here, I thought. A lot of good back and forth spots, a lot of good stuff with Nia, and especially Shayna. But then, of course, ultimately in the longer run, it was the Gold Role Models who both tapped out to Shayna. And I love how Shayna did it too, even applying leverage, using Sasha's arm as well.
Yeah.
It was just amazing stuff. It made, like, Nia was dominant in majority of it, but it made Shayna look really good in this. And then, of course, they win. And then I love Nia's reaction to winning, just like in the face of the camera, just like, it's like, the fuck, man.
Yeah, she was very happy to win those titles.
Yeah, but I honestly thought it was a good match. You know, I was kind of suspecting. I wasn't going to say 100%. I thought Baszler and Jax were going to win, but it still came as a nice surprise in the long run for me, and I thought it was one of the better matches of the night. Thoughts, guys?
I thought it was. I feel like it was up there as like. There's maybe one other match, but I want to say this overall was a pretty great match for the night just because of the moments, like that particular finish. Compared to all the other matches of the night, I feel like that one was the most like pay-per-view worthy of a finish because it's not something that you're going to expect to see. It's not like Nia and Shayna like developed their own tag team finisher and pulled that off. It was like Shayna carrying the team and using like her submission techniques and abilities and tapped out both people with the help of the other partner.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think everyone was used. All their skill sets were used in the right amounts. Like Nia, they played to Nia's strengths. They played to Sasha's and Bailey's strengths and to Shayna's. Her getting both of them in submission holds and, like you said, getting Sasha's arm to choke Bailey out. Great finisher. Let's see how they get along. Because going into this match, they hate each other. But after the match, they hugged, and Nia seems to be very excited about being a champion again. So we'll have to see where this team goes.
Very, very happy, apparently. Yeah, we'll have to see if they're going to let them hold on to it until Clash of Champions at the end of September. So, yeah. But good stuff overall. I'm happy for Baszler and Jackson. This is Baszler's first title win on the main roster. So, next up, a match I think I underestimated, to be honest, and that was Keith Lee versus Randy Orton. So, start off, loved Keith's gear.
Broly.
Full-on Broly mode with his gear. Love that. Of course, still not a fan of his entrance. The 75% of his entrance, his new entrance team. But honestly, what I like, aside from the fact that he got a clean win, is that, like, Orton still looks strong in this, but made Lee look like a fucking beast.
Yeah.
Like a lot of great stuff overall. And of course, one thing, of course, to notice is Orton didn't hit the RKO. He was unsuccessful in hitting the RKO as well. Because, of course, we know if he would have hit it, it would have been donezo. So, like, Lee knew how to counter all of, like, most of Orton's offense for the most part. And, like, had an amazing, out of nowhere, and just popped him up into an amazing looking spirit bomb to win clean. And, you know, I'm happy. He won clean. Like, we were talking, Bully Ray brought up how, like, there were a few people that won clean. That legit won clean. Hell, Sheamus, Big E won 2 straight matches against Sheamus. You know? And, like, one was dirty, but the other one was clean win. It was more of a cheap win, but this one was a clean win. So here with Lee, I thought it was great. It was short. It was one of the shorter matches, too. It was like only, what, did you say 6 minutes?
It was 6 minutes, 40 seconds. I hadn't got time yet for the Universal title match. Here it is. Yeah, it was the shortest match on the card.
6 minutes, yeah. So, like, good stuff overall. Short, sweet, but happy for Keith Lee on this front. So, your thoughts, guys?
I thought it was a good match. It was good to see that Keith Lee won cleanly. It made Lee look like an absolute beast, like beating a multi-time world champion and Hall of Fame caliber talent Randy Orton. I told you were worrying too much because, unlike past NXT call-ups, this is someone who Vince actively wanted on Raw. He was very impressed with Keith Lee showing the last year Survivor Series and the reaction he got. And so I know McMahon's been really high on Lee since at least then.
Yeah.
So the question now is, since Orton lost clean, how does this affect his contendership for the WWE Championship?
My guess is that not Night of Champions. My apologies. Clash of Champions will now be a triple threat.
Yeah, Keith Lee is going to be in the match.
I think Clash of Champions is going to be now. That championship is going to be a triple threat because Keith Lee just beat Randy Orton as well. So, I mean,
yeah.
And Randy Orton, like, both McIntyre and Orton got clean wins on Orton. So, yeah, McIntyre and Lee both got clean wins on Orton. So, like, why not, man? Why not? Have him make it. Like, even if Keith Lee loses, they're still going to make him, Vince is still going to make him look like a fucking superstar.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I liked it. It was good. Any other thoughts about this match? Bueller? Nothing?
I got nothing.
So next up, we got the Mysterios taking on the Messiah Maniacs. That is, of course, I was going to say Randy Orton. Seth Rollins and Murphy. Could you imagine if Randy Orton was a part of that? Oh, my God. That would be so interesting. But anyways.
Yeah, we don't need to put Randy Orton in factions. He has no business in the Wyatt family.
Yeah. Anyways, good match. Another one of my favorite matches of the night. Just amazing stuff from.
It was the longest match of the night, 16 minutes.
Like what worked was he had 3 solid veterans in there to help make Dominik look good. You know, he had 3 solid. I mean, nothing against Dominik. I know Dominik has that. I mean, look where his family lineage. He has that talent, but they definitely made him look amazing in this match. Like right off the bat, he goes right for fucking Rollins at the beginning, which is great. Just amazing stuff overall. Some great work from Ray, Murphy, Rollins, Dominik, especially some great spots like that one where he counters a move Murphy was going to do into like a spike DDT, pretty much a spike like tornado DDT, which was great. Some really solid near falls with Dominik, with Ray, even with like Rollins at one point. But like ultimately, thanks to a miscommunication from Murphy, Rollins sadly eats defeat and takes a frog splash to what was it, 619 and then a frog splash?
Yeah.
619 and then a frog splash from Dominik to get his first victory. Though on commentary, they said this was only his 2nd ever match in WWE, which is not true. It's his 3rd ever match in WWE. So
2nd full match because the last one didn't get to really conclude.
But it was a match.
Yeah.
It was a match. So sorry, just that's a nitpick. That's a nitpick. But like honestly, good stuff overall. Now there's this tension between like Murphy and Rollins or Rollins and Murphy about what happened. I'm gonna see if that plays out on Monday, and I want to see if this factors into what Alistair did last Monday as well.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so, like, I'm definitely intrigued to see where we're going on Monday with that. And plus, we still got Rollins Mysterio, I guess, to seal the deal on this rivalry. So
it's not going to end after Monday.
I know it's not, but one could hope.
It'll probably end up leading to whatever's next for the 2 superstars.
Yeah. So your guys' thoughts on this match?
It was a good match. Dominik had a good showing. It really helps that he's been able to work with great talent like his father, Ray, and Rollins and Murphy. Mm-hmm. They've been kind of hinting at some disagreement between Rollins and Murphy back when Rollins told Murphy to damage Alistair's eye and Murphy hesitated.
Yeah.
And Rollins definitely been more aggressive with Murphy, trying to make him do more and more questionable things. So we'll have to see if this is going to lead to Murphy turning on Rollins or vice versa. And because I think Rollins could continue this Messiah gimmick on his own, or he could recruit somebody else. Because Murphy's a great talent, and Murphy's definitely a kind of guy who could stand on his own as a competitor.
Yeah. Mo?
So earlier you were talking about how like lineage and everything, like lineage doesn't mean that a wrestler is going to do well or is going to have a good run, because there's plenty of wrestlers out there that are from legacies that don't end up on the caliber of some of the wrestlers that we follow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like Lacey Von Erich.
Yeah, like it's something to get you in the door, and I think for Dominik, this is the best that anyone from a legacy could hope for. It's just like with the amount of training that he's had to be in a feud on the main roster in WWE, and then be in 2 consecutive pay-per-views, wrestling with a bunch of people that have been in the industry, including his father, for a while. So it's, while he didn't look sloppy or anything like that, everyone like did their job. Like there wasn't any like very apparent bad spots, and it's still a story that people care about, even if you like followed it all the way. Decades. Has it been decades since the custody battle?
That was 2005.
Yeah, so it's been 15 years.
So almost a couple decades since you first saw little Dominik, and now he's grown up, and it's all this story and all this history if you've been following it and at least know of his name and who he's attached to and all that stuff. So
exactly.
I think it's good. I think it's a surprising feud.
Right. So next up, go on. Anything else, Nick?
I was gonna say, yeah, seeing Dominik as a kid in 2005 and now he's an adult. This makes you feel old, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So finally, we got our main event match as the Fiend Bray Wyatt defended his Universal Championship against the Monster Braun Strowman and the Big Dog Roman Reigns. So
barely in the mat.
Why did you say it like that?
Say it like what?
You kind of went high when you said the Big Dog.
The Big Dog. So, anyways, God damn it, making me lose focus. God damn. So
lose focus with all the swear noise you were making about Alexa Bliss.
So, anyways, yeah, this match starts with the Fiend coming out. Then Strowman attacks him from behind. Some serious stuff where like Bray is definitely more dominant majority this time around, unlike last time where it was definitely majority time was like Strowman was dominant. Like gets some nice spots here and there. Mo gets his commentary table destroyed, and the mallet comes out. Some damage with the mallet. Some back and forth leading up to the ramp. Then they both go off the stage into a nicely set, perfectly set table. Now, throughout this, there's a couple instances where they do show Alexa Bliss rocking ponytails when she first, like the ones she used to wear when she first debuted on the main roster, and also the fact that she was staring like not daggers, but like just staring like hypnotically at the screen at the match.
That's WWE, like that's typical WWE look though, when they're supposed to be like, here's a camera of this wrestler watching this show, but it's like there's a whole Facebook page, I think, of just wrestlers looking at screens at angles. But
yeah.
Oh yeah, but I think he was more referring to the fact she was looking very lovingly at the Fiend. It reminiscent of a certain infamous comic book villain couple.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot back and forth. They eventually get back to the ring and do the spot that's been done at least 4 other times, by where Bray Wyatt superplexes Braun Strowman into the middle of the ring. Lil Nate gets taken out, and then in comes the Big Dog.
Yeah, I think this was the 4th time it was done.
The first time
it was Lesnar, Big Show.
Second time,
we know Strowman and Big Show did, but I think Big Show did with Mark Henry too.
It was Lesnar, Big Show, then Henry, Big Show, and then Strowman, Big Show. Wait.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Strowman, Big Show. And we should realize too, because we never noticed the poles, the turnbuckle poles. They were like the obvious something's going to happen poles. Yeah, this is, I think, technically the 4th time this happened. So
first time without Big Show.
So the Roman Reigns shows up, signs the contract now.
During the match.
During the match. I think all 3 of us can agree on that makes no sense. But signs the contract to be in the match.
I think it's fine. You guys are just using too much logic.
Hey, we'll sell this in that logic match this Saturday.
No, here's one of my favorite spots. Roman comes down with a chair, drops the chair, goes in. Obviously, it's taking too long to get down there, gets near falls, and then goes back for the chair. I'm like, just bring the chair in. Like, what? It's like you took forever just to get down there. Of course, they're gonna recover to get near, so they can get near falls. But then, like, he brings in the chair, starts whacking him. The Fiend does eventually get up, fight back, nearly gets him with a full-on mandible claw, but Roman's able to get out of the ring, gets back in there, takes the Fiend to Dick Kick City, and that's enough to neutralize the Fiend, and allows Reigns to come more chair shots than Strowman, spear, and we have a new Universal Champion, Roman the Big Dog Reigns. So yeah, he stands tall with Heyman. So I already said before at the end of this, I'll say it again. I did not like this match. Now, don't get me wrong. I will admit, I think I overestimated saying it was almost carbon copy like last Sunday's. But I will say is, it feels like they could have given this a bit more attention. This main event match. Like, there was no other championship match on here. The longest match of the night was a tag match. Was the Mysterio's tag match. And that, I just... this is why I brought up last week, too, which was the fact that... okay, you have this crowd technically back, so why are you still doing only 2.5 hour long pay-per-views? So like
2.5 hours is the fine amount of time.
Look, I wouldn't mind it if it was like 2:45, even like 3 hours would be my limit, But it just felt like it could have gone longer. They called it a a triple threat, was a no holds barred triple threat match, or a triple threat match no holds barred, whatever you like to call it. And, they were hyping it up, and I just felt like, and I think that's the reason I said it felt similar to the SummerSlam one last week. It was like, the Mysterio match was the longest match. It was still a good match, but then when we got to the main event match, it felt like it could have used more time. Like, it seriously could have used more time overall, and I felt like here it was the same thing. And, of course, there's the tired out, the ring got destroyed spot. And then you have the stupidity of whatever the fuck they were doing with Roman Reigns' situation. Like, okay, look, the Fiend gets taken out to Dick Kick City, but then, like, that's it? That's it? That's all it takes to... I mean, if Strowman would have known that, he probably would have been able to retain last week on during the SummerSlam match.
The kick didn't take him out. It just took him out long enough for Reigns to pin Strowman. It didn't. There's no guarantee it would have beaten the Fiend.
I will admit that, like, yeah, we all knew if various Strowman was going to get pinned, but like, I don't know. This match didn't click for me. This match didn't click for me. There were some interesting things that was added, like how Reigns won, like how Reigns signed a contract in the middle of the thing, and the stuff with Bliss, though she didn't come out to the ring. So, like, honestly, yeah, I think for me this was easily my least favorite. I wouldn't say least favorite match on the card because there was entertaining aspects, but I just wasn't a fan of this match. So your guys' thoughts?
Okay. You go ahead, Mo.
I will let you go after me, Nick, because I know you have so much investment into this particular match. So what I will say is that, again, when it comes to the length of these matches, I feel like there's a little too much focus on that. If it, like, you don't want people tuning out on the Thunderdome, because I think that would be the main thing, is that if you have it going for too long, you have the chance of people tuning out, and then it's just going to look even worse when you have a bunch of empty seats, virtual empty seats. In terms of the match overall, I think it did its job because you guys hate Roman for all the stuff that he has done.
I don't hate Roman. I honestly don't.
Okay, so you haven't gotten to that level of hate yet. But for various reasons, you just don't like him, which I think is good. And the fact that the two stronger guys, Fiend and Strowman, don't really look too weak because of the fact that they had been fighting all over the place for most of the match. And Roman just happened to come in and take advantage of the situation. So if you look at it at that aspect, it's like, okay, whatever. We know that if it was a true triple threat where they were all at 100% and started off the match together, then it would be a more chaotic kind of finish. It probably probably wouldn't have even come out as Roman coming out on top. It wouldn't have been that believable. So
Right.
that's all I had to say.
Go ahead, Nick. Fire away.
Yeah, this is a bunch of BS. The Fiend has been one of the biggest highlights of WWE for the past year. They invested so much in this character. They invested so much in his storyline with Strowman. Came to a head at SummerSlam, and they just threw it all out so Roman Reigns can get his title back in the cheapest manner possible. Now I get it. Roman Reigns is the bad guy. You're supposed to hate his tactics. But the tactics didn't make any sense. You can't sign a contract for a match during the match. Because that means if he didn't sign the contract when the bell rang, he was not a lead competitor, so the referee should not have counted the pin. But it would not be the first time the WWE has come up with some BS excuses that don't make any freaking sense.
Right.
Because as Simon Miller says in his ups and down videos, sometimes stuff just happens.
I think that's what Mo was telling you a majority of tonight. Is like,
excuse me, that I expect the storytelling to be that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, Roman's champ. The Fiend didn't technically lose, so they kept him strong. They probably figured the Fiend's kind of like an Undertaker-like figure where he doesn't really need the belt to be a dominant force. But where does the Fiend go from here? Like, he still does have personal business with Roman Reigns. Is it going to continue with the Fiend and Reigns? But they're both technically heels. Although I could argue that the Fiend is not really a heel. He's a force of chaos. And he goes after everyone. The thing that was interesting, though, is that Retribution did not make one single appearance on tonight's show.
No Retribution.
Or did they? Maybe they were in the crowd the whole time and got tickets to the Thunderdome. And
maybe one of the members of Retribution is here right now.
Nah. I can't afford them.
We already know Chris is part of the Dark Order, so.
I'm not part of any fucking Dark Order. Shut up.
That's what exactly some member of the Dark Order would say.
Shut up. That's Mr. Brody Lee. Okay, so overall grades.
Now let me see.
Overall grade. I'm gonna hear you guys out first because I'm bouncing around a few. Positive, but I'm still bouncing around a few. Let's go with you guys. Overall grade.
I'm gonna give it A- because I really did like everything on the card except for the way Roman Reigns won. And the Riddle Corbin match wasn't strong, but every match on this card was entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was well done. It was a good by the books show. And the reason I'm giving it A- is because of the things I didn't like. So it's not a perfect A, but an A-.
Okay. Mo?
I am also giving it an A-, but not for like the negative reasons that Nick would have, but more just because of the amount of stuff that they pulled off 1 week after their bigger pay-per-view. And now, while I hope that they don't make this a running trend where they just do like pay-per-view and then 1 week later another pay-per-view.
I don't think they will.
No.
And I know that they were saying how this is supposed to be like an experiment. I'm just wondering what exactly is going to come out of this experiment. But overall, the matches I think were pretty good. If there were any low points, it was just that some, like the Riddle Corbin match didn't seem to have as much feeling into it as I would have liked, but that's whatever. Some of these matches just, I feel like they didn't have like at least something pay-per-view special, but still it didn't detract from any of them really overall.
Okay. Fortunately, I have to be the B+ guy because that's what I'm gonna give it.
Are you saying you're a B+ player?
Hell yes. So B+. I do agree with what you guys said. There was still good quality stuff in all the matches, even the ones where you didn't like it. And, while there was a couple that weren't exactly pay-per-view, they were still entertaining in some aspect. However, I really felt, jaded by that Universal Championship match. Like, the way it was done, the way they booked Roman, the way they just took Fiend to dick kick City, and that's all it really took. I mean, I don't know. That's the biggest drag down on it for me personally, was that match. Corbin Riddle, yeah, I don't agree it was the best match of the night, but there were still some entertaining factors into it. Here, I feel like I've seen this before, done so many times better elsewhere, like in Extreme Rules pay-per-view, not this year's Extreme Rules pay-per-view, but other Extreme Rules pay-per-views, other no-holds-barred triple threat matches. I felt like this was just lacking, and what didn't help was that that freaking contract signing in the middle. It just bugs the fuck out of me. Bugs the crap out of me. But there was stuff I did like. Like you said, a lot of the matches I enjoyed. Like, my favorite matches tonight were easily the Women's Tag Team Championship match. The Mysterio Tag Team match was good as well. And in some way, shape, or form, I thought Lee Orton was way better, surpassed my expectations on that. Was really well done.
Yeah, you got yourself all worked up.
Even the kickoff match, I thought was a very well done story told,
Yeah.
But what brings it down to a B+ easily for me is definitely the main event match. Definitely it's what brings it down to a B+ for me overall. So that was our reactions to the WWE Payback 2020 pay-per-view. So other than that, if you're new to the channel, you can hit the like button. If you want to talk to us more about stuff like this, comment down below. If you want to share us around, share it around. And if you like us just a little bit more than anybody else when it comes to talking about getting some eye for an eye vengeance in these wrestling times, hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon as well. Let us know what you thought of WWE Payback 2020. What were your favorite moments from tonight? What were your favorite matches from tonight? Do you think they could have done more with some of these matches? Do you think some other matches could have been dialed back a bit? Just let us know in the comments down below. But then I want you to have our reaction overall. But most importantly, we, of course, thank you for watching. And, of course, you can find Mo somewhere on the internet. And as for Nick, where can they find all your goodie stuff?
Find all my articles, including my weekly Spandex and Suplex Wrestling Review, every Saturday on FloridaGeekScene.com. You can also check out the first episode of the spin-off series, Spandex Suplex the Interview Series, where I interviewed 17 in-ring veteran, Alex Chamberlain. So be sure to check that out as well. You can find that on Florida Geek Scene's YouTube and website.
Yes. And, of course, guys, on the next 1, 2, 3 Wrestling, we are finally going back to the other non-WWE-related black and gold brand, that is AEW, for their second annual all-out pay-per-view. So, yeah, we're going back. There should be some fun, some mimosas, some FTR-related things, and a match where, a main event match where it's really stupid that they only banned one of the champions moves.
We get to see a lawyer get beat up this Wednesday, so that's a plus.
Yeah, it gets the shit kicked out of him. So look forward to that, folks. But until next time, I'm Kristen.
I'm Nick Slade.
I'm Mo.
And this has, of course, been a very filled episode of 1, 2, 3 Wrestling. So we, of course, see you later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out our previous reactions
or any one of our other SRB shows,
check out one of our playlists down below.
If you want to check us out in the social universe,
you can find us on Twitter
and Stardust
at Super React Bros.